Hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Kim, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Kim, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. BROOKLYN. BROOKLYN.
Yo, we definitely wilding. We wilded out on the Pacers. They came to the Barclays and they got spanked. You know what I mean? They belt the ass. I mean, this was a good old ass whooping. We got A Train in the comments. We got A Train. This is JTV. We got Jelly Yo yelling Brooklyn. We got BK Network podcast in the comments. We got Iceman, the tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast in the comments. The chat is lit. I ain't finna hold y'all. I ain't gonna be up here all day. We gonna celebrate together. Is we taking or not? Jordi Fernandez is a man on a mission. He been waiting to be a coach since he was 13. Huh? Jordi Fernandez is serious, man. He be yelling at the refs, talking heavy to them. He be taking all type of challenges. He don't let nothing slide. This is the coach that we want, man. I gotta get this is JTV on the panel immediately. He said Day'Ron Sharpe could hit threes. I seen Day'Ron Sharpe hit a three. I said, yo. I knew Day'Ron had said that, but I was kind of against him taking the three until I actually seen him knock down the three. Seeing him knock down that three, I said, wow. And then Claxton hit a three too. This team is player developing. This is the most you can enjoy a season as a fan watching players develop as well. It don't always have to be on a championship run. So far, I am enjoying this season. I am enjoying this season right now. I'm not gonna lie. We 10-13, Iceman, and I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? I am enjoying the Nets compete, seeing them be competitive. Talk to me though, Iceman. Are you enjoying this season, man? How you feel about this season so far?
I am not stressed out. I am enjoying every bit of it. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good. It's just good to see
Hell yeah.
players playing the way they want to play, getting the shots they want to get. It seems like Jordy is opening up the playbook a little bit more, figuring some
Mm-hmm.
other things out, and I just like to see. I like to see it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. All right. So Cam Johnson on a heater right now. You got Bill Johnson in the comments said Cam Johnson is a keeper. And on that note, Bill Johnson is another fan that said he want to see the Nets compete. Be competing out there, Bill Johnson. Talk to us in the chat, Bill Johnson. Tell us how you feel about the season. We Iceman. Any players stood out for you tonight?
Oh, you already know my guy today. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. That second unit, the second unit itself stood out today. You know what I mean? They put in heavy work when they got on the court. So
Yeah, hold
Ben,
on. Let me shout Tony time out. He said just left the game. Breezy, the Barclays was lit tonight. Yo, man, if you could join the panel, I know you usually be in the chat, but again, I want to say salute and shout to Tony Tom for being at the game. Nets fans is the best, man. Shout to Tony Tom, man. I'm gonna start this comment. This is super comment right here, man. Go ahead, though, Ice. Then pass it to Jay after that.
all right, I'm gonna say the second unit. You know what I mean? That second unit came in and wrecked the game. Ben, Dayron, Shake. I can't remember the other two that was on the court with them, but they gave us that extra
Jalen
boost.
Wilson.
Yeah,
Jalen Wilson.
they gave us the
Say his
extra boost.
name.
Yeah, Jay Wills. You know my Jay Wills. You know what I mean? They gave us that extra 15-point boost, and it looked like the game was over from there. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna hold it the rock too long. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah.
Yo,
We're gonna get back to you, Ice. You know that. Go ahead, Jay. Well,
I
talk to
only
me
got
about J. Ron hit that three, man. I know you
Yeah,
loving
like
that.
I said, I only got a couple things to say, and surprisingly, it's not really about that three because I don't want to see no more threes until Davon get 10 dunks because he missed a crazy dunk that he was supposed to slam. So
I
I
saw
need
that
him to
one.
get, yeah, I need him to get 10 dunks and then shoot another three. But did you see that Dayron, Shake, and Ben was all plus 20? Niggas like talking about plus minuses and shit. I don't care about that type of shit, but they was all plus 20. I like that. And I was just watching the post-game interviews. Cam Johnson was up there. Well, they said that he was the highest scorer in net ever to not score a two-pointer. That's a random stat. And he was just saying, they were saying, yo, we heard y'all celebrating in the back. Like, what was all them emotions about and all that? He's like, we heard the noise in the preseason and all that, what the projections was going to be and all that. So we celebrate every win around here. Know what I mean? But word, because I'm telling you, all that last place, worst team in the league and all that, nah, it ain't none of that. Word.
It don't look like it. That's a fact.
It ain't none of that. But yeah, I was done pretty much. But
You
it's
ready to
a,
pass the ball?
yeah, I passed. Well, go ahead, John, because I could keep going, but I just
No, listen, Jay, you were crushing it, man. But just to piggyback what you guys are saying, I mean, the bench, I mean, you can't say enough. They were all pluses. I mean, Trendon Wofford +9, Dayron a plus 22, and
oh,
I know,
oh,
I still
John,
want to
John,
talk. I
John.
know, yeah.
Hold on for 1 second. Just because you mentioned the bench, right? That's what
Mhm.
they said at the end of the game. Jordy was about to put the starters back in, and the starters was like, "Nah, let them cook. You don't see them out there cooking right now." And I like the only reason why I mentioned that is because of the fact that Jordy would even listen to them and be like, "Yo, you
Right,
know what? You right." And then by the time the starters do come back in the game, they had an 8 point lead. But that's what
right.
I. That's
Right.
what I.
The bench was crazy, and like I know Ice didn't want to get into this guy, but I'll get into it for Ice. I mean, shake and bake Milton, man, let's go! +21, 15
Yeah.
points. I mean, this guy's been what 5 of his last 7 games, averaging 10 plus points. Oh yeah, and Ben was there too. But yeah, the bench was pretty good tonight so far. But yeah, Simmons, he gave you good defense. I'll give you that. He had a few buckets. I thought the bench was most impactful tonight. Schroeder had his worst game of the season where we win a game. He's been part of 9 of our big wins. This time he really didn't contribute much, but he was still part of it.
I
Claxton,
don't know.
six.
I felt like
That
he hit
steal
some big
though,
games. Yeah, he made some big plays
yo.
down the stretch. I'm not
Hold
gonna
on,
hold
that
you.
still he threw the what I said. He gave it up like a cheap date, but then got it back like a refund.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And Claxton, he had 16 points tonight. I mean, this is probably his best offensive game of the season. He took advantage of the matchups. He finally hit a three. I mean, guys, he hit a three before Christmas. Let's give it up for Clax. About time.
No, Clax is 1 for 1. Yeah, like he's not taking a lot of threes. Like, he's not like DFS where he's just putting up a lot of threes and missing a lot of threes. He
Yeah,
took 1 3 and knocked
I
it
know,
down, bro.
I
And
know,
I
but
want to say,
Breezy.
hold on, I want to say this. That did a lot for Clax's confidence, bro. I seen him jogging back down the court, bro. He was happy. He was happy as hell, bro.
Yeah,
He
So
was
shout
like,
out to
Breezy.
Clax,
J-Rod
I
man.
not gonna
remember when
show
he made
me
a
up, man.
similar one against the Suns last year. He was very happy about it. Actually, he couldn't believe it. But, you kind of wish that he would have taken a few more at this point. I mean, we're 23 games in. This is his first and only one of the season. You're kind of hoping he have at least 4 or 5. I think they said this was his 4th made 3 of his career in 5 years. That's a little
Right.
surprising. But, maybe this will be a confidence booster for him. We'll see. And then, like you said, Wilson was
Yeah.
impactful tonight. And Cam Johnson, this was the game winner player for us tonight, 26 points. I mean, you don't play him tonight, you're probably not going to win this game. I mean, Johnson has just been so
Yeah.
impactful for you, and his trade value has gone up through the roof. And we're only 2 games away,
Tremendously.
guys, from December 15. So December 15 is going to come a lot quicker than we realize. The Nets only playing 2 games the next week and a half. So
We not
Tell the chat.
trading CJ,
Tell it.
man.
Hold on. Tell the chat the significance of December 15th.
December 15 is very significant because at that point, all the contracts that were signed this summer were all eligible to be moved. And I'll tell you this, the vets, I think, have done great to put themselves in a good position to get decent value back for us. I mean, Doe's not playing. I mean, if Doe doesn't play this Sunday against the Bucks, it kind of tells you that might whatever game he played last might have been his last one because it seems like he's going to get shipped out inevitably. And Johnson, I mean, he's your best asset right now. I know some people want to keep him. I know they think he's important to this team, but I guarantee you're not going to see Johnson this hot in his career right now, the way
He
he's
not
going off
going nowhere.
offensively. Unless you want to hold him on for a start on the line, I can understand that, but I think this is your best time to get something back for him. So props to Johnson, props to the team tonight. There was a hard-fought win against a really bad team. I mean, the Pacers, who would have thought they'd be this bad this season? But they've just been that bad. And, shout out to Jordi. I mean, like you guys keep saying, this guy does not play to lose. He plays to win. He's got the boxing gloves on. He's ready to knock you out on any given night. So the fact that we got 10 wins before Christmas, everybody wants you to compete for something this year. Celebrate that because that's better than 2016, 2017. So, yeah, let's go with that and keep the good Brooklyn vibes alive no matter what happens.
You know why I want to keep CJ John?
Mm-hmm.
Because CJ just said recently, like he's with the whole rebuild. He realizes what it is. Like he said he loved being with the young guys. He's with the vision. They all believe in Jordi. I feel like you need a shooter like that on the team because even if we get everybody that y'all want to get, we going to have to find a shooter too. You need one of the elite shooters.
I
Hold
understand.
on,
I understand, Jay. It's just
John. Hold on. Let's go to
Yeah, the
let's go
next
to
person can talk
Nets
about it.
Dillon. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
I know
Yeah,
how
we're gonna
Dylan
get back
feel.
to it. Definitely gonna spin a block. Next press, talk to us, man. You hear them talking about trades? Just add to what you think they talking about. Do you agree with them or not?
He totally disagree with me.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of this fucking team. I'm so tired of it.
My bad, bro.
I'm so
bro. I
fucking
don't mean
tired
to
of it.
laugh. My fault.
No. Please, it makes me feel better.
But we have to laugh over the cuts because this is monetary, so we're actually doing you a favor.
Genuinely though, it's like we were projected 18 and a half wins. Today's game was the first game after the quarter of the season mark, and we have 10 wins already. Sean Marks should be fired. He should be fired. Get rid of him. What does he do? The guy only works in June, July, and February. Get him off my team. He is an absolute loser. He has no clue what he's doing. He should have traded the vets in the offseason. I don't give a shit if it was for pennies on the dollar.
Sleepy Marks.
Sleepy Marks.
Hold on. You got the chat. So Dennis Milton says CJ going to be our Ray Allen side championship team if KD is not. Wow.
Whoa. Pipe out, bro.
Yeah. And I'm going to walk outside tonight and I'm going to see Jesus Christ standing there.
Pipe down,
hold on. The chat also says Tony Tom says CJ is a great piece of championship team. I don't know, man.
Ray Allen,
too bad.
Come on, bro.
See, the chat is agreeing with me, man. I know niggas might be high off the wind tonight.
Jay, Ray Allen? Come on, buddy. Johnson is not that type of guy.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
He is.
So was he the impactful piece during that Suns run? Because I can give you a few other people that were more impactful than him during that run.
Tyrese Halliburton's a terrorist.
Dylan, it's not too late to tank, buddy.
What's up?
Right.
It's not too late to tank. We got a lot of
It
season
is very late.
It's not a lot of season left.
It's very late. Washington has 2 wins. Utah Jazz have 4. It's over. We've put ourselves in a position where the best we're gonna do is maybe pick 5.
Come on, man.
Yo, Dylan, they trying. CT is injured. Clowney is injured.
If they were trying, they
Bogdanovich not playing.
Jay, you heard what Thomas said? Wait, Jay, you heard what Thomas said tonight? He says he wants to come back and get the team to the playoffs. He said tonight.
Yeah, I heard I missed the interview with Cam Thomas. I know I don't really be missing nothing, but go ahead. Hold on.
I heard him say he feel like he ain't got no legs.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Let John finish that. We got to definitely get to Joey BK. But go ahead, John. What did he say?
Basically, it was a great interview. They asked him about what he thought about being left out of the under 25. He said, "I don't give a crap. I'm Cam Thomas. I know what I do. And if you check the record, I actually am better than like 5 of those guys. And I don't care about being on the list." So
that's my
God. Props to Killer Cam, man. Props to Killer Cam because he's doing what Draymond said: embrace the villain role. And he said, "You know what? I want to come back and take this team to the playoffs, but I don't think that's going to happen." But love Thomas's confidence, man. What can you say?
Why you don't think that? Why you don't think that can happen?
Dylan think it's gonna happen.
Because it's counterproductive to getting a top pick, though, my guy. Like
I hear you, but what do you think is actually going to happen? Not what you want to happen.
I think what's going to happen is once the 7-15 rolls, moves are going to be made. I mean, Doe hasn't played in a week and a half. It's not because he's injured. Guy was in street clothes tonight, dancing around the court, so he's definitely not injured. So moves are going to happen.
Hold on. I want to be long winded because I want to get back to Dylan and the rest of the panel. About Derek Queen. I'm seeing him, and I'm only saying that to say he looked like he's from 11 through 15 or something like that.
We won't even have that. Gives a shit.
I'm only saying that to say I feel like even if we don't get a top 3 pick, I don't know if this draft is a waste because of the talent that's in it. And again, this is not me wanting to be long winded because we didn't get to Joey BK yet. Shout to Joey BK. Joey BK, talk to us. Well, you're impressed with this win. How you feel about this win versus the Pacers?
I mean, I didn't look at the game, but I previewed the box score, and I know numbers don't say everything, but that looked like a shitty game. It just looked like CJ went off and got the dub for us.
Nah, that's not what happened. We were really scrappy out there, gritty defense.
Yeah, but he was
the Pacers had a lot of turnovers. Jalen Wilson, the bench, they scored a lot of points. I don't have the stat right in front of me, but the bench were very productive.
This is the game. This is the game, Joey. We was busting their ass. We came out. We was 20. We was up by 21. Then we had another horrible third quarter, like we've been having the last couple games. Had mad turnovers. They came back, tied the game up. Then the bench won the game at the end. Let the starters come back with an 8-point lead.
Okay.
Wow.
I wanted to say something about the Cam Thomas thing. Cam Thomas also stated that a piece that John missed out. He said he values the respect from his peers more than the list. So he said his peers
respectfully.
His peers know what he do and they respect him as being one of the best young players in the league. So he don't really care about the list. So I wanted to say that real quick. And I had an argument with like 5 dudes on Reddit was saying that, these guys is better than Cam because Cam don't play no defense. I'm like, my guy, Cam got about 5 or 6 of these guys in assists and points, including Jalen Green. What are you talking about? And stop acting like everybody on that list was a defensive juggernaut. Because the only person that I really respect on that list for their defense was Dyson, the young boy from Atlanta. Like,
right.
Like Cam was cleaning. I looked at the numbers, bro. Cam got more points and assists than Jalen Green. No bullshit. Look the numbers up.
Right. Hold on. You know what I think too? Part of it is that those analysts don't want to say that someone out of the lottery is that good. They don't want to say, No, it's not. But it's not specific to Cam Thomas. It's any of the players that's out of the 1 through 14. Look at those 25 players. 24 of them out of 25 probably in the lottery. They don't want to say the picks that's not in the lottery are better than the picks that's in the lottery. They don't want to give him that credit, and it's wrong because
It's wild.
they're not
It's
analyzing
wild,
the game in a genuine way. They being disingenuous is what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you, Breezy.
And to switch it off real quick about the tanking thing, I think this team is winning just off sheer grit, man. Sheer grit and hustle, bro. Like, nothing's really going to change until we get rid of some of the vets, bro. Like, we're going to be a middle of the pack team in the East if we don't get rid of the vets. Now, we can still tank, or we can still go the other direction, but Marks has to get some of the vets off of this team. So,
Man, did you see Trendon Watford, man? That hustle play, the ball bounced off his stomach. He went, grabbed the ball, scooped it back inbounds, and jumped out of bounds. Keep the ball in play. That's hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Be the hustle nets. Put some stickers on those football helmets tonight.
Facts. Nah, that's all facts. Hold on, man. Y'all shout to the chat. Hit the like
let me
button.
just say
Go
this
ahead.
real quick.
Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead, Joey. We got all night.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna land the plane. I'm not opposed to trading CJ, even though I would like to keep him, but they're gonna have to pay that fee, man. I need his 2 firsts for CJ, bro. We gotta have to up that fee for
this
him,
year.
man. We ain't just
this year's first.
This year. We not letting him go for
not no 2031
We're gonna get something good back for Cam Johnson. We are gonna get something good back for him.
Not no 2031 first. This year,
he's saying he don't want to leave. That's the last report.
That's
That's
perfect.
That's fine and dandy, but he's Cam Johnson, guys. He's not a star.
I read that Cam
but
Johnson.
So what? I respect loyalty, man. I like loyalty.
You could get rid of every vet on this team.
I
for
wanted
an
to
empty
say this
vending
too.
machine,
I saw the
right
box score, and Claxton looked like he had a little decent game too. He had like
finally,
16 points.
Finally, Joey. Finally.
Yeah. So I know we rag on him a lot.
He hit a
but
3.
Like
he hit a 3, Joey.
Yo, I wanted to talk about the game real quick, son, because bro, that game was went.
Hold on, Joey. Whoa, let Joey.
I'm done. He could go. Ivan could go.
All right, okay.
Nah, yo,
all right, go ahead, Ivan.
That lineup was crazy. That Struder, Ben, Wofford, and Sharp. Bro, Sharp shooting threes out of the first. I knew it was over when Sharp shot that 3. I knew it was over. I was like, yo, this game is over.
Anybody gonna mention that Ben Simmons alley-oop? Anybody gonna mention
that Ben? Oh, Sharp. Yo, Sharp's alley-oop that to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons got a couple alley-oops. And Breezy, to your point, they was looking for a lot of lobs. Not only
tonight, a lot of PNRs. I've seen a lot of PNRs to Clax. I've seen it with Jalen Wilson. Jalen Wilson and Clax is running the PNRs. Yep. I've seen that.
And it's so crazy, bro. Ben Simmons, Wofford, and Sharp, that's a defensive nightmare. They couldn't score nothing. We was blowing them up once they came in the court. Sharp was just out rebounding everybody. Ben Simmons was passing it to Sharp. Sharp was passing it to Ben Simmons. Wofford was going crazy. Shooter don't got to play no defense because he have a whole defensive army behind him. That game was just crazy. Like it was just was just
Shake
crazy.
Got to play better defense.
Yeah. Shake was slacking.
Hey, Shake Milton on offense though, man. Come on.
Hold on. Shake was letting TJ McConnell cook him.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was.
TJ McConnell was cooking him because y'all talk like, yeah, we won this game, but y'all talking like we was dominating, and they gave us a run for our money.
Yo, hold on, real quick before Jay leaves. I don't know how long he's gonna stay. Can you just what was you saying about Jordi Fernandez and Nimhard, and just kind of go back and forth with Dylan about that? I just want to hear.
Yeah,
I want to hear how y'all talk about that.
Because after the playoffs last year, I was saying I'd love to see Nimhard in Brooklyn. Know what I mean, and everybody was talking about Zach Edey because they got that connection. But I'm like, Nimhard got that same connection too. After the game, did anybody see Nimhard walk up to Jordi Fernandez and they was all talking each other's ear? And I read Jordy's lips and he said, "Call me."
What? Wow.
I mean, I didn't see it, but
I didn't see that either.
Shit. I mean, if you move Cam Johnson for him, I don't care. At this point, I don't care who we get in return. I would trade.
I like Nimhard.
I would trade all these vets for an empty vending machine at this point. I don't give a shit.
Yo,
I just don't care anymore. Like I'm being honest, man. This is, as a fan, like this is the one season that we've ever had a high value draft pick since literally John Wall, and we still are not being able to do this properly. It's just pathetic. How Sean Marks has a job, I don't get it. he must have like Joe Tsai's cheating scandal on his phone because there's no way that dude's not been
Yes.
He got the blackmail.
There's no way either that or like the little Alibabi genocide camping that he's got going on. Like,
Yo,
Mark's got something on him.
Whoa! Oh, I don't know, man. We went into more evidence to that.
Yo, that should have been on the buttons. That I needed the tombstone for that.
Hold on. Bill Johnson in the comments said, "Ain't nobody taking chill out roller coaster laughing at what y'all saying." We got LM on the panel with us. LM, talk to us, man. You hear everything we saying, man. How you feel about what we saying? First off, just talk to us about the Nets game. Anything stand out for you tonight?
Tonight was pretty close, you know what I'm saying? But Jordi still got us a W. At this point, I'm about to start you know what I'm saying? We might have to, they might have to have a talk with Jordi at this point because he messing up the plan. But it is what it is.
LM, did you hear the reason why Jordi Fernandez didn't get coach of the month is because of Kenny Atkinson?
Wow.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that was crazy. It's crazy.
Atkinson does deserve it. The Cavs are literally
he does. Like
he does, but if Jordi Fernandez don't care about no tank, is what I'm trying to get at. Like he trying to coach his ass off. He getting all of these challenges. He winning some of them, most of them.
I just tweeted Steve Nash. Hopefully he responds and comes back.
I
can't do this much longer.
I will say this though, and this is what I've been telling people. Like, as much as I want us to get a high draft pick, these players is looking at us too. Like they're looking at teams like, hey, I might be a good fit here. Oh, hey, I would probably like playing with Cam Thomas. Oh, hey, I like playing under Jordi Fernandez. Like these players is looking at.
You heard what I just said, LM?
No.
You ain't see? Did you see at the end of the game when Jordi was talking to Nimhart in his ear?
Oh yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I disagree, Claude Smith highly.
He literally said, "Call me, bro." I seen it.
Right, like these players is looking at teams too. It's not just the other way around. So we got to build some sort of, dare I say it, culture here as to why would players want to come here?
Nimhart would fit right in.
Yo, we did though. Jordi Fernandez is doing that in real time right now.
Right, but Jay, Nimhart so important to the offense last year. You take him out, they kind of screwed.
I remember
Nimhart is good on defense too.
I remember when the lottery happened in the Zion draft, in the draft lottery, and when the Pelicans got the number 1 pick, Zion looked devastated. Like, damn, New York was right there. Like, they look at these teams too. Like, it's not just the scouts and we got to do our thinking. They looking at these teams too. Like, yo, where's a place that I can call home? Where's a place that I can stay here and possibly, this could be my home here. I can thrive. So you have to look at that. Jordi has to build something fun here. Is the point I'm making? He has to build this team. These guys are gritty guys. They're gonna go up there. They're not gonna back down from no one. It don't matter if you top 1 in the East or top 1 in the West. We're gonna go out there and you won't have to earn that W. And that's the part that I like from seeing from the team. You don't back down from no one. And I like the fact that Jordi has implemented it in this team. And it's way different from what I've seen last season. And I think Ivan mentioned it, but the fact that Dayron and Clax took a 3 in the same spot with like 19 seconds on the clock shows me that Dayron looked like the better shooter because his jump shot looked fluid. Like, I don't know why they not letting him shoot more, but
Jordi said he good to me.
But wait, LM, they were different spots. Dayron was in the center. Claxton was on the right side. So it was 2 different spots.
Yeah, but hold on. I thought Ellen was going to say
both of them within the corner.
Right, they was both in the corner. I thought Ellen was going to say that Jordi Fernandez is really going heavy with this player development side of the game. Clax taking threes, Dayron taking threes. Dayron says since last season he could take threes.
He said, "I got the burner."
But Breezy, that was I know it was like a fast break or whatever, kinda. But even the Dayron 3 when Ben sent him the pass. It was 19 seconds on the clock. Usually we know about Dayron, what Jay was saying last year, Dayron can't shoot unless it's like 4 seconds left. Like if you got to throw up something. But he shot way earlier than that. It wasn't even close to 4 seconds. Like nobody was even across the court yet, and he shot it.
In
He's
the
way more
post game,
confident.
did y'all watch the post game interview?
No, I don't think I've seen it yet.
Nah, I just pulled up. I ain't watch it.
They asked Jordi about it. He said basically, yo, man, that's what I want them guys to do. I want them to let it fly. You open, shoot it.
Then why doesn't Claxton do that though, Jay?
And
Because
then
he keeps saying I
said,
want to do it, but it's like 23 games to take 1-3. Like, is Claxton just trying to punk us out here? That's what it feels like.
well, they're running plays out there, and when does Claxton be in the corner wide open? Honestly,
Almost never, but he could put himself in that position if he tried.
No, true. But we honestly, Breeze and me will tell you a lot of times I want my big under the rim to get a rebound. That's why we can't get no rebounds.
That's a
Claxton
fact.
shouldn't be at the fucking 3-point line. He
That's
should
a
be
fact.
close to the rim
That's a
somewhere
good fact.
for a chance at a rebound.
That's a good point.
Right now, I think Jordi Fernandez drew that play up for Clax and Dayron Sharp, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? The last thing the defense is going to do is rotate to the bigs. They got to prove they can knock the three down before they guard it. And I like Jordi Fernandez for that. Jordi Fernandez is a good coach, man. Everything points to the direction of him being a great coach, man. He's showing more than one example, but the challenges stand out a lot. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can't really question the refs in a post game interview. You get fined for that. The most you could do is be vocal out there and let the refs feel you and give them challenges. And he's been doing a lot of that, man. So I think he wins coaching them up one of these months. I just think Cam
He
Thomas got to
will in
be
the
back for it.
future. Breezy, I guarantee he will be a coach of the month one day in the future if he keeps doing what he's doing. He will be. He'll get it. He'll earn it. You know, I don't think he cares about that though. That'll just be an accolade. But to him, he wants the players
can I ask y'all guys
to be part of that.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Mm-hmm.
So if Jordi take us to the play-in, y'all think he win Coach of the Year?
No, they're gonna give it to Kenny.
I think they want to see more winning than that. They want to see more winning than a play-in.
Yeah, it might be Kenny. It might be OKC coach. It might be whoever. Probably at the top of the standings. It might be.
He'll be in the runners though.
When we go to the second round, you know what I mean? After being
Jay.
Second round is
when we go to the second round after being projected to be the worst team in the league, he might.
Yo, Jay, if we go to the second round, you and I might not be friends anymore, but we'll still be cool.
If we go to the second round, I'm gonna blow a fuse if you make the second round.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. You're still my friend. You was my friend.
It's so ironic that it's so funny, and I was telling somebody like it's so ironic that the year that you would want the Nets to be bad, of course they decide to be good on the year.
Bro, y'all gotta relax. We are not that good yet.
All we gotta do is get rid of the vets. Look at the Bulls game the other night. Cam Johnson don't play, we lose. Cam Johnson plays, we win.
We're not that good yet. Yo, hold on, wait. Can anybody pull up the record from last year this time, same time? We was probably the same.
I think we was 13. I think we was 13 and 10.
We was 13 and 10.
So that means we worse than we was. So relax.
Yeah, but the difference is we had Jacques Vaughn and Kevin Ali with Mikal Bridges. That's a huge difference. Huge difference.
That's true.
We got fucking.
You can trust Mikal Bridges with the tank. You can trust Mikal Bridges with a tank. You can.
That's true.
You can't trust this team with a tank, bro.
No, you can go.
If you gave this team, if you hypothetically gave this team money to go buy a vehicle, you said, "Listen, go buy a vehicle. I want you to buy a tank." They pulling up in a Maserati, bro. They is pulling up in a Maserati. They is not driving no tank, bro.
They gonna be in a minivan.
Jordi Fernandez could just grab 5 kids from the Special Olympics, and this team would still win games. I can't do it.
Nah, he could probably get some people off Atlantic. Just put them, you know what I'm saying? Put them on put them in the tryouts. Some random people we don't know, and somehow get wins.
Yo, let's put Mr. Whammy in the game. Get Mr. Whammy. Get him on the court.
He'll probably get a win with
Mr. Whammy in the corner shooting threes.
Yes, yes, let's go.
Like
doing
the man is
do at the foul when they shoot a foul, doing that, shooting it like that.
No, you know what it is? When he says pass me the ball, he's doing the whammy. And the guy passes the ball and he intentionally misses it.
I was saying, I'm surprised they hired Jordi, because if we was going to do the tank route, I think Ollie would have been like the perfect coach for that. But I mean, I'm not mad at it. Jordi is like the perfect coach for this team. Like, it's just he's doing it at a bad time. But I mean, what else can you
Yo,
ask for?
yo,
Like,
It's
hold
gonna
on.
even
Wait,
out
can I
soon.
ask y'all a
We only have two
question?
more games
Can I
left
ask
in
y'all a
December.
question real quick?
15.
Unpopular unpopular sports. Shout to him. He asked this on Leaf Live, and this is the same shit I've been saying all the time. If this team just so happens to be good, like they happen to turn out good. Jalen Wilson starts scoring 20 a game. Like Clowney is scoring 16. Like fucking Dayron averaging a double-double. So we start doing really well. How can you be mad at just having a good team?
I'm not.
No,
I'm not necessarily mad at that
because you
because
know
I
that shit's
do
not going to be good
No,
next year.
what, they just not gonna
that's
keep
who
it up? They all young players, so you still gonna have all of them.
yeah, but
Look at the
Jay,
Hawks
you
in
miss out on a
2021.
franchise
Look at the Pacers
prospect, and
last
then a
year.
team,
It's the same thing.
But the
and then
draft is so deep and we
right,
got
right.
so
But
many
Jay,
picks.
but Jay, look at Philly right now. If they tank this season, get Cooper Flag, they have Cooper and B, George and Maxey. Do you really want to compete against that with what you got now? I don't. And even though those two guys are injury prone, you still got Max and Cooper Flag.
Fuck
It's
them old niggas.
why would we helping them out? And the Pacers too. They're not supposed to be this horrible. And if we finish
Yo,
better than them, that hurts our
yo,
chances even more.
yo,
And the
I don't care
Hornets. Let's
about
not forget
them
about the
geezers,
Hornets.
John. Like my son Charles Barkley would say, I don't care about them geezers, man. We got 23 and 24-year-olds with a lot of talent on this team, and I know y'all want the 19-year-olds with a lot of talent. We got
my
one of
thing.
those too, but we got. I don't know if we got.
Um,
Go ahead.
my thing is like I don't mind. I like seeing the player development, which is what I was hyped for all season. Like these players is gonna get more developed. They're gonna
Right.
get they're gonna get the experience and they're gonna get the playing time. And Horty is having these guys locked in. Cam's been playing the best defense of his career. Like these guys is locked in and they brought in. My thing is if you could just add like a high end franchise talent to this team, I
Not
think
yet,
we'll
though.
be
Not
even
yet.
better.
Not yet. But I've been saying if we ask, we ask. We deserve to get the great pick, top, whatever. We deserve it because we asked. But if we not ask, how y'all can be mad at us being good? Like I don't understand that part. Like if some of these older draft picks that we already drafted turn out to be better than we expected them to be, or anybody expect them to be, we should be happy for that.
Well, we're 20 games into the season, and nobody outside of Cam Thomas looks like they've progressed. So
You don't think Clowney was looking good out there?
Oh no, Clyde was looking good before he got hurt.
Clowney, yes, but again, he's not even a starter. He's not even in position to be a starter anytime soon. So it's like no, these later draft picks are all great role players. Like
All right, so what about this? The fact that I think one of the strengths to this team is the depth. Like we got the bench players is good. So I think that's also a strategy. Like when the other team got to get their starters off the floor because they tired, our bench is still cooking.
if you keep this same team and add a couple of out of the lottery first round picks over the next 2 years, I promise you're nothing more than a first round exit every single year. There's no point.
No, but then you
Why
get
be
some.
stuck in the middle?
You get some of those draft picks, like you said, and then maybe trade for somebody at that point to help catapult the team to the next level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but that's going back to aging veteran stars though,
but
Jay,
hold
and
on
that
though.
hasn't
Like
helped
No,
us.
that's
Though.
one
it doesn't
person.
matter
That's
who
one
you add on
person
this
with a
team.
team full of young people.
It doesn't matter who you add on this team. We're not beating Boston or Cleveland anytime soon. Like that's why I'm saying there's no reason to take this thing any quicker. Like it's supposed to be a 2-year rebuild at most, and we can't even do that properly.
Well, I say, didn't we beat Boston with this team?
No, we took
One
him to the.
Yeah, one fluke game where we made it close. Come on.
I'm just saying, we was on a long ass losing streak against Boston for a long time with KD and all of them, and we
Yeah, but
won with
look
after
at
they
how
left.
Boston has played against the Wizards this year. Detroit, all of those teams cover the spreads every single time because Boston plays down to shit its opponents. Like there's just it's a fluke. There's no
Yeah, I'm not.
reason.
Listen, I'm not trying to argue with y'all. I'm just having a conversation. I mean,
No, I hear
so
you.
I
No,
feel y'all.
Jay, I appreciate because listen, I think we all want this team to always be competitive no matter what. But at the same time, the Nets have
Not
a
this year.
golden opportunity.
My
This is the first
my
time in Mark's career he actually has the cards in his hand. The fact he made Katie, Kyrie, and James with 0 cards and a Joker up his sleeve, that was a miracle. But now you actually have a chance to build a structure, in which Jordy's doing. The best you can take out of the season is you got the right coach. You got a coach that has the potential with actually better better talent to win you a title maybe before the
Yo,
decade is
John.
out. But it's how you
Somebody
get the
said.
pieces, though. But we're not
Somebody
there
said in the
yet.
comments. Somebody said in the comments that Jordi, he's a first year head coach, and he's thinking about his personal coaching record too. He don't want to lose. He don't want to have a losing record, knowing the basketball acumen that he has. You know what I mean?
But that's the question that I was
Right. He's
asking.
above
Like, do
that.
you,
Having a losing record is beneath Jordi Fernandez.
Right.
no, but
That man been coaching since he was 14 years old.
that's true. But at the end, but my thing is, like, if like we was
And
talking
I
about
still
it, if
don't
Sean
believe that.
Marks,
How the fuck you coach it at 14 years old? Like, why wasn't you playing, nigga? Like,
I don't know. But my thing was, if Horty had while he may have the incentive to not want to go out to lose, I think once he took the job, he recognized like, yo, this isn't Boston talent. This isn't Cleveland talent. This probably at the beginning of the season isn't Philly talent. But the most that I can do is make these guys play hard, and regardless of the result, I can live with it as long as even when in the losses, like Horty don't even be tight at the L. If
yo,
y'all notice, he
Dennis,
don't be tight at the losses. He just be tight that yo, I don't like how we played. Like
he's
I
No,
from
he
don't
has
care
been
about
Ohio
the
tight
L.
tonight,
though.
man.
Ellen, he has been tight. He says, "Listen, I don't expect
Marks
him to
is
play like this. I
everywhere.
expect him to play much damn better." He says, "I don't care if I'm missing 10 people. Like you guys got to play with the same effort." And he calls him
But
out on it to play the same
But
effort,
that's
which I
what
Hold on,
right,
respect.
hold
and
on.
I
but
respect how even keel he is
that's what
like
I'm trying
that.
to. But John, that's what I'm trying to say. Like he took the job knowing that there wasn't no high end really talent on the team. Like that's why he don't get tight at the L. He knew what he was walking into, but he just want the guys to play hard. Like
Right.
that's it. It don't matter if we win or not. Like he knew the job. Once they traded Mikal, he already knew what we was trying to do. It's
Right.
just that he
And he
got to go
exceeded
out there and get
expectations. He
wins.
got his 10 wins. He's better than 2016, 2017 when you were tanking, we had nothing on you. So he's already exceeded expectations. He's done more than he was supposed to do this season. So we've actually won more this season than just getting a draft pick. You have a
The
culture. You
only
have a foundation being built
the
before your
the
eyes.
only reason I would want
Enjoy
to
that.
the only reason I want to tank is to either see Dylan or Cooper or Ace play with Cam Thomas. That's it.
Facts.
He needs
That's
somebody
what we
out.
want to see
Cam
most of us.
needs somebody out there. Cam can't be the only person doing things by himself. And most of these players on this roster is not a all around players. They are good at one specific thing only. We need somebody on this team that has an all around game in their arsenal. And I mean,
Yo, bro.
most of the other players in the league has that player.
Bro, I'm not
You know
gonna
what I'm
lie to you.
saying?
Keon Johnson has bag, and he got the highest vertical ever recorded in the damn combine. Jalen Wilson has a bag. You know what I mean? We have players, bro, and let them cook.
Right.
Where
And
did those?
You
Is
look,
it? But
All
no,
Tyrese
we're
Martin
saying.
just hit 5 3-pointers. Then the next game, Dariq Whitehead hit 6 off the bench. Like, bro,
I'll put it this way.
Hey,
It's a difference between a player like Jalen Wilson and Paulo. It's a difference
hey, real
between a
quick,
player
y'all
like
can hear
and
me?
Keon
then
and Ant.
and then remember we still got Armani Bailey and Killian Hayes and what's the other kid cooking in the
Dariq
G
Whitehead.
League?
Ty Lawson.
Jalen Martin.
Yeah, Jalen
Jay, What
Martin.
about Dariq
Jay, you
Whitehead?
sound
Yo,
delusional,
and
man.
low key, I think I might be going to a Long Island Nets game on Friday to scout.
Let's go,
That's
Jay.
what's
All
up. Big
right.
Nets fans is
Yeah,
the
but
best fans.
you
Hold on.
sound you sound
Let's get the
delusional.
LBL and Big Priest.
Let me
Yo,
say
LBL.
something
these
real
dudes
quick.
ain't that
Can,
good, yo. They playing hard. They're being coached well, and that's what it is. But I'm saying talent wise, I don't see how some of you really think that this is like creme de la crop of top of talent because it's not. And
Hustle
and
beat
and
talent when
and
the
it has
talent
its
don't work
way.
hard.
And it has its way of evening out. Now, the same thing, like I'm saying, it's great Tyreek hit 6 shots. It's great that what's the name had a career game, Tyrese Martin, but can they sustain that over a whole season? Probably not. And this is what I'm saying. You got to deal with reality. And the reality is we need near top of the lottery talent. And if we don't get
Right.
that, we're going to be very limited in how we are. And you guys are going to be complaining for the next 5 years. Why are we only 7 through 10?
Yo, LBL, hold on. If that's reality, then we ain't got nothing to worry about. That's what's gonna happen. But what if it don't?
No.
If it's
You're
reality, that's
saying
what's
if
gonna
that's
happen. We gonna
reality.
deal with it.
No, I'm saying no. See, you're gonna deal with it. Me, I want to tank and get top players. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you saying the reality is we don't got the talent and we trash and they can't keep it up. And
But that
if that's the
reality don't have to
reality,
be that
then we all
reality
gonna
don't
be
have to be
trash
set in
and
stone
y'all
though.
gonna be good.
You could
The only
change that
person that
reality
can
though. It don't have to
the
be
All
only
set
right,
in
so
person
yeah,
that
stone.
can
so I
destroy
Jay,
reality is
I
Sean
guess
Marks
what
if he
I
does
am
something
saying is,
foolish again.
Jay, I guess what I am saying is, yeah, enjoy it now. But what I'm saying is also listen to what you saying, because what you saying, people are keeping receipts. So when you talking about that these dudes is as good as whatever,
I did
and
not
that we're
say that.
all
I
of this.
never said anybody is as good as
No,
what.
I'm
I said
saying,
they
but
have the potential. They
you're
got
saying it like
potential.
we're not a 500 team. I'm
We are
saying
not. I
we're
just said
we're
we worse than last year.
no, I'm saying, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So enjoy it while you can. That's okay. But what I'm because I know Dylan is worried that we blowing being a top 5 pick. But what I'm saying is it's gonna happen. We're gonna lose, and we're gonna lose badly. We're gonna lose, at
But
least
it's going to
50
come to a
something
point where
games.
it's too late. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
I mean,
Right
that's
now,
what your worry
right
is,
now
but
we're on pace to win 28 plus.
yeah,
That's the
but
problem.
I
If you
think
have
that
more than
that's gonna
25, you have no chance at top 5.
To be
I
yeah,
fair,
don't
and
believe.
Dylan,
I
And I
don't
think
believe
we're
that.
gonna
Whoa,
win
whoa,
more
whoa.
than
but
Hold
28.
on, hold on,
To be
hold on,
fair,
hold on. Right. Hold on. Let me say this. I could be probably going to say the same thing.
just
Because our
please don't
Um,
bring
schedule
up the
gonna get
Hawks.
easier.
Atlanta, they had
Don't
36
no
wins last
no
season.
no no
No. I'm
no
just saying.
no
No.
because it
Hold on,
happened
hold on,
once
hold on.
in 20
No.
years. We have
I'm
to
not
stop
saying
using
that.
that.
I'm saying it's not a surefire thing that if we get more than 28 wins, we're not gonna get a top 3 pick.
I
Especially when we
promise
had
you it won't happen.
32. Hold on, we got 32 wins and Houston got a 3rd pick, and that's what it was. That's just
That's
a
what
fact. It's
happens
not
when you
our
trade
opinion.
picks and it goes somewhere else. It usually goes further up.
and I mean to be fair, New Orleans did get Zion, and they had 33 wins that year.
Yeah,
Like
but
Yeah,
again,
Yeah,
but
look
though,
that's
how
an
that turned out
anomaly. That's
on
not the
them.
regular.
yeah,
right?
but again,
No,
though,
I'm just
one
that's
every
true, but I'm
6
just talking
years.
about the out.
But not for the
Yo,
context of the
everybody just
conversation. We
remain
right.
calm, man.
So one every
Remain
Exactly.
calm.
years. So there's no chance of it happening next year.
Listen, the only person that could screw this up is Sean Marks if he wants to keep going the way he's going. He actually keeps these vets. Then you could all say it's the end of the world with this team, but I don't think it will be.
My
We're
thing
2 games
is,
away from
Yo, I'm
December
telling
15th
you,
when
my
if
thing is,
business will
y'all
start
can't. No,
happening with
Net
this
fans
team.
cannot have it both ways. I can't. They can't be saying, "Yo, it'd be nice if we get Dylan or Ace," but then at the same time be like, "Yo, we can make the plan." Y'all got to choose a
That's what
side.
I'm saying, bro. Like
yeah,
you
Like
gotta stick to
y'all got to
one
choose a
side.
side. What do y'all
LM, you
want?
know where most of our minds are at. For some people that keep playing the field, they'll eventually have to get called out on
No,
it if they keep
well,
doing
I
that to the end
so
of the time.
John, do
I
we
just
know
be
that?
mad at the win then, man. I don't know what to tell you. I like the wins. Y'all could be mad at the wins, and we
No,
just
no,
can
Jay. When
argue.
we had that
All right,
Warriors win, that was so exciting because
so,
nobody thought it was going to
Right.
happen. That was a
all right,
fun win, but now it's
John.
back to the reality of it.
But John, let's put it on a ledger. Let's put it on a
Mhm.
ledger because I already know. I'm for the tank. I know you're for the tank. I know Dylan's for the tank. I know Joey from BK is for the tank. But let's go with let's go down the line. Who else? Who wants to make the playoffs this year? Who wants to make the play in this year?
Not
Jay,
me.
is
I'm
that
sorry.
you?
Yo, I would love to make the playoffs.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Love
That's all
to.
I'm saying.
But
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 Love
Well, listen,
but
to.
I
but
respect
question.
Jay's
I have a
honest
question
opinion
though.
about it. I'll respect his opinion about it.
Love
I
to.
have a I have
And
a
not the
question though.
play in neither. Like legitimately make the playoffs.
and what I'm gonna and
It's
what
hard being
Dylan
your
is
friend,
trying to
Jay.
say to
But
you
I have a
is
question.
what Dylan is trying to say to you
I
is
have a
if
question
that
though.
happens, we're gonna be mediocre for the next 5 to 7 years.
Nah, I disagree because if we make the playoffs this year, legitimately, that means we have a solid foundation.
Yeah, that we're gonna trade all the way for a star. Like
That
You
would
could
be
have said
terrible.
that
we see
about
y'all
this
That
you
would
do,
be
could
shit
have
all
said
the
that
terrible.
about
time.
Kenny
Y'all
That
Atkinson.
would be
do.
terrible, Dylan. You're right.
Y'all,
But that
y'all do.
that
Y'all
might
do
that
know
would
that
be
most of the
terrible if they
players on
did
the
that. But no, why would they do that?
Because
y'all
at the
do.
same time, if you're gonna try and compete, you need actual players who can win playoff games. None of these
But if
guys
we
are
build
beneficial on a playoff team.
cohesion and chemistry and have guys that play together, right now on this team, we got a
When was the
couple
last
top.
time a
Wait, hold
team
on,
without
time
two
out. We
stars won a
got top 10
championship?
picks on this team. We got lottery picks on this team right
We
now.
don't. Yeah, we have washed up lottery picks that we're trying to rebuild.
No, we have
single guy
lottery
who's
picks
actually
that
good
did
that's in
not
the
get a
lottery.
chance, and they still is the
They
same
didn't get a
person they
chance.
was when they
Killian
was
Hayes was
drafted.
a starter in Detroit for his first 2
Well,
years.
Zaire Williams ain't really get a good shot.
His
Because he
first year, he
wasn't as
got
good
major
as the
minutes and kept
people
getting
in front
hurt.
of him.
Right.
He looking pretty good out
My
there when he
my
playing
thing
for
is
this
this:
team.
despite if a 1 year or a year where this team possibly becomes a championship team, besides possibly Cam Thomas, how many players y'all see in this roster that's going to still be here?
Jalen Wilson is the only person on this roster that could probably be a part of a core in terms of winning a championship at some point in the future. That's it.
I'd say
will be
Wilson and
35.
Clowney. I'd say Wilson and Clowney. Zaire's still a bit on the fence, but I like what I've seen from him on
Nah,
defense.
I
So I got to
Clowney
give
is
him
like what I'm
impressive,
seeing
bro.
from
A
Zaire,
healthy
man.
Clowney is dangerous, bro.
Yo,
Like,
if you have Claxton, Clowney, Zaire, and Dayron on the
Can
team,
y'all hear
that is
me?
defensive crazy.
Hey,
Like
Nah,
No,
when
Claxton's
you
got to
take
Claxton has
go,
them
to be
Jay.
two,
I'm
on the
not
team.
impressed
no,
overall this
Claxton do
season
not
with
gotta go,
that.
bro. You just
No,
gotta
the
have
Lakers need
because
him. Jay, you see the Lakers against they got
I don't
beat
give
out.
a
They got
fuck what the
decimated by
Lakers
an
need.
old Miami Heat, man. They need a center right now.
I
Anthony
don't
Davis
give
said,
a
"Gun the
fuck what the
mustard."
Lakers
I'll give you
need, man.
Claxton right now for your picks.
Yo,
They need a
If
yo,
lifeguard.
Claxton's
hold
on,
on,
if
look,
Claxton's
look.
on the
This
can
is
I?
what
team,
I'm
he got to
saying.
go.
Hey,
This is what I'm
hey, hey,
saying.
hey,
If you got
hey, Jay,
Claxton and
let me say something real quick.
oh,
I'm
let
tired
me
of this
say one
nigga
thing
talking
before
about
you
my
before you
boy.
start. If you got Claxton and Clowney on the floor at the same time, then you take them off the floor and you got Dayron and fucking Zaire Williams on the floor. It's hard for offenses to score in that.
It's hard
Okay.
for us.
Let's draft
It's hard
Tariq
for us to
Queen.
score.
We don't need a
Okay,
king. We need a
Breeze, can you put up Brock's
queen.
okay.
comment about selling
Get
tickets
Let
to
me
Tariq
tell
Queen
win?
up
y'all
in
something
here.
real quick
hold on, one
because
mic,
Go
yeah,
ahead, let
one
freestyle.
mic,
My
one
I'm
mic.
fault.
just trying to say something real quick because I'm finna go back in the chat.
Oh,
Bad,
okay,
bro.
go
But
ahead.
don't say nothing about my boy Claxton shooting. When they let him shoot, you see him knock down that corner three, splash, don't touch nothing. He played defense tonight versus good bigs and Siakam and Turner.
Mm-hmm.
I just stop riding on my boy. Y'all be talking talking shit when the man only playing 25 minutes. Nobody trading Claxton no fucking Lakers. He gonna be
Mm-hmm.
on the Brooklyn Nets.
You don't know
We
that.
could trade you to the Lakers, but we're not trading
That's
Claxton
fine.
to the Lakers.
That's fine.
As well. Hold on. I just want to say, before Nets fans, we all Nets fans. Tony Tom said DeAndre Ayton was #1 pick in the Trae Young and Luka Doncic draft class. Facts. We was talking about this the other day, Tony Tom. We was basically saying they don't always get it right, and we use Zion as an example. And there's other examples where the #1 pick wasn't the best player in that draft. That
But I'm
being
gonna tell you
said,
this: he's
go
better
ahead,
than
go ahead.
Claxton.
Who
Who's DeAndre
DeAndre
Ayton?
Ayton.
dominating? I would not take dominating over Claxton on this
You would
team.
Can,
not
Not
can
with
I
take
also just say
context,
DeAndre
though.
something
Ayton
what
over
Priest said? First
Claxton
off, this was Claxton's best game in
every
23 games. If
freaking
you're going to
year
hang
for
out on one
I
15
don't
game
years.
like
out of
dominating. He
23
give
games,
up, man.
I think you're
He
stretching a
was
little too
weak.
much with Claxton.
He
He's a
like
better
Yeah.
y'all
player,
say
man. Just
Claxton
admit
is
it.
weak. Dominating got a weak motor. Like he worse than Ben Lee.
Yo,
But Jay, this was against the Pacers
he's
tonight. The Pacers are one of the worst
he's
defensive teams in the
15
league.
and
I think
10
they're allowing the
lifetime.
fourth worst amount of points this season. So if Claxton had a
Yo, the
good game
whole East
against a
is
horrible
trash, and
team,
we still got a
is that
bad
where
record
I'm going to
against the
evaluate
East.
Stephen
So
Claxton, though?
the whole East is trash, and we got a terrible record against the East. What that mean?
What it
Breeze,
means
can
is
you put up
Claxton took advantage
Brock's
tonight, but
comment
it's like I
about
can see
ticket
more of this.
sales?
Claxton needs 60 points against a team that's really good to validate why he should be a core piece of our team. I think that's more of a fair barometer for me to actually give this guy the right credit. Because it's like we should have seen 16 points like 2-3 games ago, and we didn't. We had like
Yo,
8, 9 point games.
I keep telling y'all, and y'all don't want to acknowledge it, like it doesn't make anything, like it doesn't mean anything. But people be throwing Claxton terrible fucking lobs on this team. If they threw him 2 or 3 good lobs a game, he'd get to 10 points. But
Real
them
quickly,
lobs,
though, about
But why?
they be
Claxton.
hitting
But
the
why?
fucking
Nah,
But
he
rim
was
why
and hitting
is?
the
excellent.
backboard with
But
the lob.
why?
How you like? What are
He
you
Yo,
was
doing?
excellent with the pick
I'm
and
gonna
roll
tell you
tonight, and
this
that was
So,
because
though.
so my
Jalen
hold
Wilson.
on, hold
Jalen
on. So
Wilson
my
was
Yo,
throwing
question,
real
them
my
nice
quickly
ones.
question.
about Claxton, because I made a trade for him earlier. It was to Memphis. And before I say that, Breeze, can you put up Brock's comment about selling tickets? Because I want to get to that, because that's just, I'm going to have a field day with that.
Let's go,
Um,
Dylan.
what's it
Yeah, I
called?
saw that too. I saw that too. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie.
because realistically, it's not like we sell tickets to Mets fans. We sell
And
them to people
Aiton
off the
don't
street who want to have an entertainment night. So I don't even want to get to that.
and
Um,
Aiton don't need lobs. He can
but what
score without
That's what I'm
lobs.
saying. Like, why?
the
That's a
deal that I
question I
made
was
with
gonna
Memphis,
ask.
though,
Like,
the deal that I made with Memphis, though, for Claxton makes a ton of sense for both sides. It's Claxton and DFS to Memphis for Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Vince Williams Jr., and a 2026 first-round pick. Like, if you're telling me you don't accept that as a Nets fan, That's crazy to me because not only do you have
what was the pick? What was it again?
2026 unprotected first round picks, so you're adding a second pick in another stacked draft class.
Just Claxton for a pick. That's it.
No.
Did you read the Hawks deal too, Dylan? The Hawks deal I thought was really good too. Could you read that
like
one
the
too,
Memphis
guys?
one better, but no, it's Claxton and DFS to Memphis for Brandon Clark, Marcus Smart, Vince Williams, and a 2026 first round pick. Like that to me is a perfect deal. You get two players who are salary fillers who could later on be used to either grab more assets or to use in a deal for a star at some point in time. And you get Vince Williams, who's a nice young player, plus a 2026 first in a highly, highly good draft class. Probably
Marcus
better
Smart
than
on this team would be funny to watch.
See,
I'm
look,
not even gonna
I like
hold
the
you.
Hawks deal better.
Can I ask Dylan one question about this trade?
Yeah.
So we make this trade, right?
Yep.
You don't think Marcus Smart on this team makes this team better though?
I don't think he's better than Schroeder at this point in his career now.
No, Smart
I
was
don't know.
getting the Celtics
Smart
to the
makes good
playoffs. Let's
decisions.
remember,
Schroeder makes bad decisions a lot of times.
Nah, Marcus Smart is not even healthy, bro. He's not even playing right now.
Yeah, but don't forget what he
I
did in
know he wasn't
Boston.
playing, but I'm
Remember,
just saying,
Mark Smart was a
skill-wise,
beast in
Marcus
Boston.
Smart is the eye point guard.
No, he's good, but he's been dealing with injuries the past two
He
seasons.
ain't better than Schroeder this season. That's for sure.
And you've seen the regression in his game the past 2 years. That's why I'm saying like he wouldn't be a bad vet to have on this team because he's not going to impact winning like that anymore. Brandon
he
Clark,
plays better defense than Dennis, though. You got to remember that too, buddy.
but he's not putting up 25-point games in the fourth quarter, hitting clutch shots. So
yeah, but it was only like 9 wins that Dennis did that play. He's going to regress eventually, like he did tonight. So I would say Smart is
Over
more
here in
impactful
Brooklyn,
than
people
Dennis,
getting
probably.
opportunities they never had in their life.
Yeah,
I like that about Brooklyn, though, Jay. Hold on, I like that about Brooklyn.
It's a fact.
But right.
People
But what
don't
I'm
like
saying,
that I be speaking facts, bro.
no,
And the thing
I
is,
like it, Jay. I like it, Jay.
and then
I like
even the shit that I'm saying, I'm not even saying, yo, we're definitely gonna win and we're definitely gonna do all this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, what if we do? Because the East is weak. Look at it. These teams are trash, and we can be better than a lot of them. If Jordy
we
doing
can
what
be,
he's
but it
doing.
kills any opportunity of
No, if y'all gonna be
them
mad
without
about it, y'all
trading
can be mad about it. But if we not, then we get a good pick.
Hold on. Let me just try to orchestrate this. Hold on. Let me try to orchestrate this real quick. This is just a summary of what I heard so far tonight. For one, this is part of my opinion. I think whoever we draft, based on Jordi Fernandez as a coach, whoever we draft, I know it's going to be a good look. Now, that being said, whether it's a high lottery draft pick or a draft, is a lottery draft pick or not a lottery draft pick, I think the Nets are going to do the right thing, and that's largely part because Jordi Fernandez is going to have a say in the matter. Now, that being said, I like seeing the Brooklyn Nets win. For me to go through an 82 game season, seeing us lose, knowing what the game plan is, it is something that I said I would accept. But you guys, y'all also making good conversation. Y'all basically saying just because we get a top 3 pick doesn't mean they're gonna be that great. Let me just use the Knicks for example. Claude. Now, for one, they drafted RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, after they gave him that second contract, but he up out of there. So in the window that he was there, him being a third pick, it didn't amount to nothing, basically. Because I'm only saying that to say, when you get a high draft pick like a RJ Barrett, a top 3 pick, those players are supposed to be part of a rebuild. Same with Ja Morant, same with Zion, same with Brandon Ingram, and etc. And these players don't always pan out and are ready to pick up, ready to be franchise players. So I'm hearing both sides, and I love it. Go ahead, continue.
My thing is this, right? Like, even in the, like, I don't really care if we get number one. Like, as long as we get around the 2 or 3 range, I'm fine. But like, realistically, y'all see all these high end lottery players that come to the Barclays, they ball out. Y'all be like, yo, imagine if that nigga was in a Brooklyn jersey. Yo, imagine if he was, if like y'all see how these players ball out.
That ain't
Like, why not have the
15?
Why not have the chance to try to get one? I could see a Ace or Dylan being one of the top exciting they came out with a list of young prospects under 25 that's elite. Obviously, Wemby was at the top of the list. They ain't put Cam Thomas. I thought that was stupid. But the fact of the matter is,
Right.
you
Hold on.
want to play.
Because I know you know, and I'm not trying to cut you off. I want to hear what else you're saying. But my conspiracy theory is that all of those picks for them to save face, they made sure that all of those players under the 25 were lottery picks. And part of the
Right.
reason why they didn't pick Cam Thomas because he wasn't a lottery pick, and they don't want to admit that a pick that's not in the lottery could be better than a pick that's in the lottery.
That's a very interesting theory,
Exactly.
Breezy, and it's got legs to it too. I'll give you that. It's got legs to it.
I don't think
Exactly. So
anybody's
what?
saying that there's not a chance of grabbing somebody good outside of like the top 5. But at this point, why even risk that when we have not seen a top 5 pick in Nets history since Derek
Exactly.
No, hold on. We talk
Yeah.
about two different things. Let him finish. I had cut him off. I didn't mean to cut him off. I was just trying to add to the
Right. But what I'm
best
saying
25
is,
players under
what I was
25.
saying is, to be fair, I think Dylan Harper will turn out to be better than RJ. Like, I just think Knicks got a bad deal with that. But what I am saying is, we see all these players, especially the players that's representing these teams. You see these young players on Team USA representing their country. Like, I want a player on here that's a consistent all-star, a franchise player that can play alongside Cam, and possibly these two guys running the league up. Especially, we don't have enough talent. Like, to Jay's point, I get we have decent talent, but it's not enough to sustain a winning culture, unfortunately, in my opinion. Like, you need some sort of high-end talent to compete with the big dogs. Like,
Who the
it
big
just
dogs,
it,
bro? Because Jay made a point that the East looking weak, and I gotta agree with him to an extent. Listen, Boston gonna continue to be a powerhouse. If Kenny Atkinson remains the coach over there, they're gonna be tough. But that's it. I don't got
yo,
the Knicks being consistently good. I don't.
I'll say
Or
this,
the
right? And
Bucks.
I'm
Or
not
Philly.
so I'll say this, right? I don't just think about the East. I think about the West as well. You got other teams coming
Okay.
up. You San Antonio's on the rise. They probably gonna be good. I'm talking about when LeBron, KD, and them leave the league. Basically, I think Minnesota is gonna be a powerhouse over there. I think Wemby and them gonna get it together. I think on the East, when Paulo come back, Orlando gonna be a threat for multiple years.
That's the
Philly,
thing.
I don't know. Like Philly, barring injury, maybe they can be good.
Y'all want to
Boston is
tank for a
Boston.
14% chance. Somebody said in the chat, who could guarantee the 1 through 3 pick if we tank? You can't guarantee the pick
That's true.
anyway.
But here's what I'm saying, right?
It's
I'm not saying it
14%.
gotta be. It don't gotta be one. Listen, I've said that the draft lottery,
That ain't
this
a
draft
lot.
is full of
Imagine if
talent,
your
right?
birth control method was 14%.
But
Oh
look, Jay.
damn.
But look what I'm saying. Here's what we're saying. In the lottery, you
Word.
can. It don't
Boy,
gotta be
girl.
1 through 3, but you can get a talent there that can help your team. Listen, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was 11. Steph was 9. The Booker was 13. Kobe was 13. Like we're not saying like like you got to be in the top 3, but you
No,
want
that's
to
what
be in the
they are saying.
lottery.
No, that's what they are saying. And I respect it and I understand why. I get it. I totally understand. That's why I think people think I just don't get why you would want a top 3 talent.
Me,
Yeah.
I just think as long as you're in the lottery, you're good. If you're going for top 3, the reason I understand that is because if you want to shoot high, you want to shoot for the stars. So yeah, of course you would want to shoot for top 3 because you want your best chance at getting a potential franchise
Yeah,
player.
because they want
But
Cooper, Dylan, or Ace because it seems like them might be top 3. And that's what they want.
They are
But
the
my thing,
top 3. That's not going to change. They're going to be the top 3. So
they
you
the
want to
top,
be
yeah, they the
that
top 3.
place.
Period. Unless something happens, like
yeah, I'm
I
telling
don't think
y'all,
they being replaced.
I disagree with
Honestly,
y'all. Honestly, I think it's going to be some random person from overseas that takes one of those spots, like a random Frenchman or
and
No,
Australian
for
or
you know who could
African.
potentially take it?
and for the
Igor Demin. He was
and for
actually ranked number 2 recently in
and
a
for the
mock draft.
hold on, and
So
for the
one
RJ
guy could
Barrett
jump
point,
in.
for the RJ Barrett point, for every third pick that's a RJ Barrett, it's a third pick that can be a Jason Tatum. For every third pick that's a Tatum, it's a third pick that can be a Jaylen Brown. Like you have to take chances in terms of we got the elite talent. We got a chance to get some elite talent. If you go shoot for the stars, I don't mind it. Me personally, I think there's enough talent in the lottery that if you get a Trey Johnson at a 5 or a 6 or Igor at a 7 or whatever the case may
Man,
be,
if we end up,
you don't necessarily. I'm not mad at that. I
I
don't, but at the same time, yeah, you want to shoot for the stars and possibly get the best end talent.
but if
Like
Clowney if Clowney and Derek Whitehead and Tyrese Martin developed just like Cam Thomas did, it just so happened to outplay anybody's expectations. Why is niggas mad?
Do you see
Tyrese saying we gotta
Clowney or
relax,
any of these
we gotta see if he
players?
does that 10 more times.
Do y'all see
Yep.
Clowney or any of these players besides Cam Thomas? Do y'all see Clowney or any of these players being top
Make it an All-Star
20
game?
play? No, being a top 20 players in the league in the future, besides Cam Thomas.
Not right now. I can't. No.
Not right now, I can't. But
So, and
you
you
gotta let
say
him
in the
develop.
future, y'all see that in the top 3 picks, Dylan Harper. I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, I'm warming up to Dylan Harper and debating whether or not it should be Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey, man. I don't even know right now, bro. Like,
Yo, I'm gonna
But
keep
that's
it's
the
saying
too
the
early
same
for me
point.
to
thing.
say.
But that's the
I'm gonna
point.
keep saying the same thing. If Sean Marks can find a way to get both of them on this team, all
No, that's not even
transgressions
But
possible.
are forgiven.
that's not possible.
No.
I
Yo,
love
That'd be
it,
yo,
but
wild, though.
wait. Don't tell me something is impossible because y'all want to make all of these trades. If he trades somebody and get more picks in the first round, you could trade 8 first-round picks in this round for 2 first
no,
round.
you
Yeah, but
can't. You can't do that. You can't do that in this. Not in
nobody's
this draft.
trading outside of the top
Nobody's
3
trading. Right.
more than 2
Nobody's
picks
going to
back.
trade their
But it's
lottery
so
pick.
much other talent that people could want.
But
You saying?
Jay,
No
in
team's
a
doing that.
elite, hold on, Jay, in an elite draft class, if you talking last year's draft, yeah, they're gonna trade up and down the wazoo because it wasn't a clear number 1 pick, and most of these players was role players.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, but
of course
after
you're
you
gonna
don't
trade.
get number 1,
Look
you
at
don't
the
got
03
number 1.
draft class.
Right, but this not a
Look at the
Wemby
03
draft where
draft
you
class.
can
This is what it's being considered, right?
One at a
This
let's.
class
time.
is being said
I'm
to
So,
trying to
be.
hear both of y'all. My bad. One at a time.
I was
oh
gonna
no, go
say,
ahead, Dylan.
Right,
all
one
right,
mic, yeah.
I was saying this class is being compared to 03 in terms of how good the prospects are. Notice how in 03 there was no trade backs for Melo, LeBron, Wade, or Bosh.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying, like, unless if you're moving 1 pick back and getting a haul for it, you're not doing it. Especially for picks that are outside the lottery. No team's going to be willing to risk generational talents for later hits. Nobody's doing
I'm
it.
just saying it's a difference between trading up and down for like a Zachary Ricochet,
Ricochet.
and then trading for like a Wemby. Like it's a clear difference between those 2 type drafts. Like in an elite draft, they not trading picks.
So you
Yo, we
telling me
keeping our picks.
if we
So
got
hold up. So,
if
but
we got
whoa,
a 11, a 14, and a 20, we can't trade up to 4?
Where are we getting that from, though?
I don't. How many picks we got and who we got them from?
We have the Bucks top 4 protected.
Oh,
We have
let Dylan answer that question. Go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah, we have the Bucks top 4 protected, which will be ours no matter as long as it's 5 through 30.
Right.
We have the Knicks unprotected pick, which they're going to be a top 4 seed in the East. Doesn't matter, and we have the worst. We have the worst pick out of OKC, Houston, and Phoenix, which is looking like pick 26 or higher. So it doesn't matter.
Houston and Phoenix.
Houston, Phoenix, and OKC. So it'll likely be OKC by the time it's all said and done.
And you
They'll
said
probably
the
be the
worst
first
one.
or second seed, which means we'll get picked 27 through 30. So I'm saying there's no world where we trade
So
into
you
the
said
top
pretty
5.
much. So you said pretty much all of the picks gonna be in the 20s, except for
The only pick that has a chance is the Bucks. I had it projected top 18 because I thought that the Bucks would be 7 through 8, but because of how bad the East is, the Bucks could be the 5th or 6th seed, and that pick still be top 20. So
Right, but
now,
hold on. Isn't it fair to say that we got our eye on a few point guards like Igor Demen, Boogie Flynn, Jeremy Shift to do Fairs?
yeah, no, there's no doubt about that. If there's
right,
a
but
player,
but my point is, where will they land? Because they're gonna be outside of the top 3.
Boogie Flynn's already boosted himself into the top 14.
Okay, what about this guy Fairs?
Fears is not worth it. He's a senior. He's already fully developed. There's no world where he gets better in the NBA.
You're tripping. Jeremiah, not
no,
that
stop.
Fears. Jeremiah Fears.
Stop. 4-year
Wait,
guys.
let Ice step in here and talk about Fears. I want to hear about Fears from Ice, man. Let Ice talk about Fears for a bit.
Well, I was just going to say, though, 4-year guys usually don't improve in the NBA. Look at Jalen Wilson, a solidified role player. Look at
he's not a 4-year guy. Go ahead, Ice. Hold on, Dylan. Hold on, Dylan. Hold on. Iceman, just be clear about what Fairs you talking about. Who you talking about exactly, bro?
Jeremiah Fairs that plays for Oklahoma. He just turned 18. Right? He just turned 18 and he's now classified to go in this draft. He's not a senior and he has right now almost the same output as Dylan Harper. So he's
I thought
working
you were
his way
talking
up.
about like Marcus Spears or something from
Nah, nah,
Alabama.
that he got Nas. They got Fears and they got Fears. I was getting confused too, but Fears is on Oklahoma, and he's blowing up Twitter right now.
Right.
And
But
he's
how tall is he? How tall is he?
6'4".
Does he play both sides of the ball?
Yup, he do everything. He's an
That's what's
everything
up.
point guard.
That's what's
Everything.
up.
He, he
That's what's up.
he's
Hold
not
on. Let
going
me.
into the top
Check him out,
20.
Dylan. You gotta check him out, Dylan. I
No,
think
no,
right now
I hear you, but I'm saying like he's not going to go top 20
Claude, you're
realistically.
kidding us, Claude. Stop the BS,
he
Claude. You would
is.
draft Topman
Right
over
now they
Cooper,
got him
Claude.
projected around 20 for
No.
Fears.
In which mock drafts though?
I don't remember. I was looking at it earlier, but yeah, he's starting to get on the draft boards now.
Okay. All right. So again, my point is that if a pick that we have or a player that we want, there's players that we will want that will fall outside of the lottery. And I think Fez is one of them. Boogie Flan is one. You said he might not because he in the top 14, respectfully. But to the point, if it's a generational draft, I think we should be able to find talent in teens. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to. Don't get me twisted. I do want Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, or I really want one of them two. And again, they right there in the Brooklyn Nets backyard. I just feel like it's right for them, one of them to be here, yo. I just don't know which one.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be a
bro.
great marketing
Bro.
opportunity. I can't blame
That's
Marks if you want a New York homegrown star to be your first ever prospect. I can't blame you for that. So if Marks can make it happen, that'd be great for his resume because he needs something on his draft record to really solidify his legacy in Brooklyn basketball. If
that
he really
sounds
wants to hit
great.
out the park.
That sounds great. And I told y'all from last year in the off season, everything that they were saying about this team, and Cam Johnson said it tonight, they are hearing that and they not feeling that. Like, and I didn't see like
Bars.
from watching the team, like watching Jalen Wilson, watching Clowney, watching Dayron Sharp, hearing the fact that Dayron Sharp got the most rebounds off the bench in the league. Cam Thomas is breaking records here and there. Noah Clowney is the youngest net to ever do this. Fucking it's just too much shit that's going right for them to say, for me to believe that, oh, this is going to be the worst team in the league next year. And I told y'all that from then. It's not happening. So I don't know.
A lot can
Yo,
change,
listen.
Jay, between now and December 15 and February 6th. Just remember that.
Listen
And I didn't
again.
expect CJ to play this good. That was a
That's
Well,
true.
he's
outlier
our
for
best
me.
trade asset, so we actually
That's
got more
true.
from him than we thought we were going to get. What did he do this past November? He was shooting, 50% from mid-range and three? Like,
And
that
then
right there should get you a first-round draft pick and a prospect, at least. At
Derek
least one of
Whitehead,
them.
Breezy, how long are you going to
Uh,
be on tonight?
Derek Whitehead and
I'll
Tyrese
probably be
Martin
on
as
for a
shooters.
little while. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
All right,
be
I'll
I'm be
hop
up.
back on in like 45 minutes if you guys are still on.
All
All
right,
right.
we here. Yo, I wanted to go to LM. He been kind of quiet, and I know he know the draft. You see Claude saying that he would take Kamal Maluk over Cooper Flag in a heartbeat. How you feel about
He's
that? How you
bluffing.
feel
He's
about that?
bluffing, man. That's a
Well,
bluff.
ain't they on the same team?
Yeah, but I want
So
to
if he
LM
been,
watch college basketball, so that's why I'll be
no
trying to
doubt.
figure out. You know what I mean? How you see that? What do you think, LM?
Crickets.
LM. All right, we'll come back
Crickets.
to LM. You probably on mute, LM. But again, my thing is Maluk is not going to be a top 3 pick, but he seemed like a quality player. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we need. We need guys
He's in
that
the top
was
10.
size.
He's in the top
Ain't,
10 or
ain't he
top
the
15.
ain't he the one that's 7'2"
Top
though?
10. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
7-2. He's going to be like 7th or 8th
7'2".
in the
I
draft,
think
I
Yeah,
that
believe.
might be what Claude Smith is saying because
Right.
yeah,
we need a 7-footer on this team right
Right,
now.
yeah.
and
Yeah,
hold
but
on. Let me add to that because I wanted to go to LM because he said he is Spurs fan, and when Wemby came to the league, they said, "Yo, this is what the league is going to look like in 15, 20 years, where you got these 7 foot players doing everything or taking jumpers and all of this stuff like that." I'm not saying Kamal Maluk is. I'm just saying that the whole 7 footer thing. You know what I mean? You got Wimby, and then the next year you had to do Klingon, and it has Zach Edey, and it's becoming more and more common that these players are 7 foot. I think it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, they
Also,
have
Derek
about
Queen too.
6.
Remember, we sent scouts to see Derek Queen tonight, and he played great. I think he had 17 and 10 tonight. He's
17 and
6'10".
10.
He's
Yeah,
somebody to
that's
look
nice.
out for
That's
in the draft.
impressive.
What position he play?
Center. He's a
Center.
center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got they have 6 or 7 7'2" guys in this draft.
Oh, he's 7'2" too?
Not Derek Queen
6'10".
6'10",
Uh,
6'10".
I would like a 7-footer on this team, man. Like
Yeah, but
somebody.
Derek Queen's a good scorer for a center. If you need a center to give you scoring and rebounding, which you're not getting from Claxton, that's better than
Come on,
nothing.
don't
That's
stop
something to
shooting
work
at
with.
my man.
No, like for
Nah,
real. If you want to draft
See,
me
he had to
170 to the
throw that in
Lakers,
there. You
please,
could
I'll
have
win a
just said. You
championship,
could have
please.
just said
I'll
that
win my
without saying
title.
without Claxton. Like you
Derek,
could have just not said Claxton and still said that.
right? Derek Queen is not. He's not really a true center, but he probably can still play center at 6'10", because he's similar to I guess the way he plays is similar to a Joker and
Ooh.
in Shangoon. He's slow. He's kind of bigger. He has, you know what I mean? He ain't super big.
So when you say slow, you mean he don't let nobody change to switch his speed. He got he control his speed.
Yeah, he controls the game.
When you say
He
Okay.
when
controls
you
the
say
game.
that when you say that, I'm telling you that the Nets ain't drafting him.
Come on, Jay. We need a
Look, no,
center that can
I'm
score,
yo,
though.
bro. Like y'all be getting mad at me for
We got
saying
a
the
skinny
truth.
model on the court running back and forth, burning cardio. That's about it.
Y'all,
Like we
y'all
need a
be
center
y'all,
to make an impact on offense for us.
y'all be mad at me because I be saying the truth, but you really gotta watch. Like it's not about all the time what we want to happen. You gotta watch what the organization wants to do. They are not drafting anybody slow. The team wants to run, and every center they has drafted in the past, I don't know, fucking 10, 15 years has all been skinny niggas that could hopefully run faster than the other centers. Not big niggas that could stand in the paint longer than the other centers. Like
Yeah,
All right,
be
all right,
fucking for
but
but
real.
all
but
right, hold on. Let me ask. All right, go ahead, Iceman. Matter of fact, go ahead.
I'm about to say, but he's different though. He is if he's not your regular 6'10", he ain't Ben Simmons, he ain't nobody like that, bro. But he is completely. If you can control the game at 6'10", and you can pass and you can shoot from the free throw line, you can shoot the three, you can rebound. He's getting 19 or 20 rebounds at
But
6'10".
no,
Facts.
I
Right,
feel
and
y'all, and I
he's
feel how
scoring.
you
He's
see it
scoring
will be good
20.
for the team. But what I'm saying, if he's slowing up anything on a team that want to move fast, that's not where they going.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but he
but Jay,
controls in
we got to
half court
switch it up
though.
a little bit, though,
Right.
No,
Jay.
He
I
can
hit.
just like how Ben passes in half court and he runs the dribble handoff, how he's controlling everything. Well, Derek Queen
Yeah,
does similar things like that. That count. I know the team want to run
but
and big for runs,
Ben
but
don't
half
play
court he's
slow.
killing. You know what I
Ben
mean?
don't play slow though.
Unless it's offense.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. In half court, he plays slow in half court. He has to. He's not running in transition. So Ben is controlling the offense with dribble handoffs and
Yeah,
throwing
yeah.
need to go. That's what he does, and he controls the half court for Maryland right now, like that.
But okay, listen, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with what y'all saying because I don't even know the man. But what I'm saying is, when you look at what the team has been drafting and actually been wanting to do, it don't sound like that from a big man.
Right.
And
I, I
and yeah,
understand.
they've been using Ben Simmons for that, and they've been playing him at center sometimes. So maybe, but I just feel like at center, like they even giving Dayron Sharp a hard time, and he's a guy that I think can make very good passes. And I don't know if he could control the offense, but he hasn't been given a chance to get any real minutes for real. But
He's found some guys in corners before. I've seen
yo,
Dayron
he got
pass
great.
them, but
He
but
could
but but
pass.
to, but to me, and Ice's point though, imagine this: Dayron Sharp, Noah Clowney, Derek Queen, three young guys who could be potential centers. Maybe you could experiment with one of them at power forward with Clowney, because Clowney seems like more powerful than a center. But those three guys, if you have them on your team, that's young, that's part of your rebuild. I just feel like Claxton has hit his ceiling, Jay. Like you know what you're going to get from him, but it's nothing
Claxton is
that's
what,
gonna. It's
25?
yeah.
Bro, 25 is still young, bro.
Yeah, but
Facts.
he's only hit 2 threes in 2 years, and he's only hit four in his career in 5 years.
Yeah.
Dayron's hit more threes in how many years he's been in the
How
league?
many blocks he got?
Right.
Dayron?
He's
Claxton.
Claxton. He's a defensive guy. You talk about
Right.
offense, but he's a defensive guy.
Right. How many blocks
Yeah,
he
but the
got? And
only
I mean,
best thing that
how
Claxton
many
has done
look
this
up how many
season is
contests at the
rebounding. He's
rim he
30th
made
in
people miss.
rebounding.
Like I said,
That's
the only
Claxton's
reason
best asset right now. Is probably rebounding. That's it.
who?
Claxton.
Claxton?
He's 30th in rebounding right now. I looked up his stats. He's 30th in rebounding. That's his best stat right now. But is that game changing though? I don't think so. That's
Well,
why
we
you fit
need
on a
more
team like the
rebounds.
Lakers.
We can't lose rebound, but y'all want to lose games, so I get it. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
Clowney and Dayron, if you put Clowney and Dayron together, the rebounding is going to be fine. Dayron's a really great rebounding. Clowney's showing he's no slouch either. Like, that's a fine unit to experiment
True.
with.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, Claxton and Dayron been a package deal. When you play them back to back, it gives the defense it gives the other team they don't know what to do because they're two different type of guys, but they do a lot of the same shit. And
Yo,
then
but
when you bring
Jay,
Clowney into that, what's up?
yeah, I see Dayron good around the basket in the paint. He caught a bounce pass in the paint. Like somebody
Mm-hmm.
passed it to him in the paint. He caught that bounce pass. And I'm saying that to say he got a knack for being around the rim. He's always been good around the basket since he got into the league, bro. Whether
What
it
you
be
Breezo, what you think about Claxton right now? Like you over him, you still giving him a chance. How you feel?
I feel like tonight Jordi Fernandez found out what to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't look for Clax to try to hit that space in the paint where he could create with a one power dribble, this and that. No, he's not necessarily creating it, but he's the pick and roll. He's really good at, and we've got we got points. Most times, Jay, it's either if it's a drive kick situation, Clack's not really good in that offense, but if it's a pick and roll situation, he's good in that offense because he's going to get down here and defenses got to respect it. If they don't, he's dunking on them for sure. For
And me
sure.
personally, I like the little push shots that he made tonight, but I would like to see him dribble that ball one time and dunk on somebody and get the foul and maybe miss the foul shot, but get the attempt at the foul shot. Like, that's what I would like, get the other team in foul trouble. That little push shot and getting the other team in foul trouble. I need you to dribble that ball one time and dunk it. But besides that, the points is the points. And y'all saying, John Morant said it the other day. Do y'all see John Morant said he ain't dunking no more?
Yeah, I heard that. Good for him. The smart. He's being
He's,
strategic and think about
Why
longevity.
he
what'd you say,
say
Bree?
no. I'm asking why he said that.
He
Why he
said he's
say that?
not dunking no more because he goes up there doing these crazy dunks, people fouling him in the air, he falling hard, not even getting the foul call. And even when he do get the foul call, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. And he feel that shit after the game. So he said 2 points is 2 points. I'm gonna get the points.
Good for him. You
To
don't
be
want to be the
fair,
next Derrick
I like
Rose. Good
that.
for him.
if he was good at landing, I don't think he would be saying that because we saw Westbrook come into the league, and Westbrook was a freaking athletic phenomenon. And Westbrook ain't
Westbrook was more diesel
Yeah.
than Jado.
right, but Westbrook was throwing catching bodies on 7-3 niggas. Like
Yeah,
we
no,
not
but
gonna
it's
like
but
Westbrook's
but
landing was impressively good
nah.
at John Morant's age as compared to him saying, "Oh, yo,
Yo,
I'm not
man,
gonna dunk anymore because
all I'm
Nah,
gonna say is
I get what John Moran saying in that LM. I
look at
get what he's
Derrick
saying.
Rose.
Yeah,
but
but
what I'm saying, I'm not saying
Westbrook
that
is stronger. Westbrook will had a again athletic ability is one thing from strength, and Westbrook had the strength to be doing that.
Facts.
John Morant and Rose they could do that, but it's just hard. It was hard on their body.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know
but
I'm
what I'm
not saying
saying?
that
Morant
I'm
wants to
not
have a
saying that he's
long-term
wrong in that.
career, so it's good for
But
him.
I'm not
But
saying that he's wrong in that. But I think he should go to Westbrook for tips on how to land. Because I
yeah,
don't think necessarily he's going to. Yeah, he's limiting his dunks, but he's not going to stop dunking. Like
Man,
even if he say, what if the second dunk that he do in the game gets him injured?
I
Like
need
you
Claxton to
can't
power
say
dribble in the
just because
paint
you're
and
not
dunk on
dunking.
somebody, man.
Right, but my thing is just because you're not dunking a lot, don't mean that one of the dunks you do, you're not gonna get hurt. Like, yeah, that's not gonna prevent it. You might try to do a dunk. Yo, let me try to boom on this nigga, and then you get injured. What's the
Yo, let me ask y'all this question.
like?
Y'all don't think Keon Johnson having the highest vertical in the combine ever? That don't mean something to y'all?
He's a defensive scrapper, Jay, but I just think offensively the game is not going to translate. I think he'll be
That's how you
walking in
wait,
at
John. Hold on. That's how
I
you
said he
feel.
should be at the dunk
No,
contest. That's
Jay,
what I said.
this is what I
That's how
feel.
you feel. You telling me you ain't see him hit that mid-range spin
No,
joint
listen,
tonight? You
he's
don't see
had
him
some
break
good.
people down off the dribble and go to the
Jay,
rim.
he's had
You
some
don't
good
see,
interior moments of offense, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he
and
might
he
be
could
lucky.
shoot.
He might be lucky to be a third string bench piece for a team
Oh
one
my
day. I
God.
just don't know if he's going to be a
I
main
don't
bench
know.
piece for us, man.
Yo.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I agree with Jay. I see the play development Keon Johnson. We seeing him in the summer league, and we say, yo, we could see him getting minutes. He should get the contract. Everybody agreed to
When
that.
I seen
I've
him dunk on
seen.
somebody last year, I said, "Oh shit, we don't see nobody on this team
Jay,
doing
my
nothing."
question is he elite?
Let
He
Well,
should
if
Breezy
be in
keep
the
he's
going.
dunk.
My
doing,
He
bad. I
should be
cut
in the
Breezy
dunk
off. Let Breezy keep
contest.
going.
Jay, I have a
Let
question
Breezy
for
Yeah.
keep
Jay.
going.
He
Is
should be.
he
I was
elite?
saying that. I think I said this to John. I told somebody I was saying he should be in the dunk contest.
On
The
the
fact that.
podcast, Breezy. On the podcast.
Oh yeah. That was with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what Iceman. See what was
Plug
what's the name
that
of
right
that?
quick.
What's the yeah exactly? What's the name of that podcast?
The tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast. You heard?
What's the name of the
Facts.
episode with Breezy?
I don't even remember the name of the episode. It was two
Damn,
episodes ago.
because we gotta be able to go back to what you said.
Two
Right.
episodes. 2 episodes ago. I got you. I gotta go
All right.
look it up. So
All right.
Yeah.
So
So the
Jay,
whole,
But what you were saying, Breeze?
I was trying to say I want to give a shout out to the whole coaching staff because player development it keep me as a fan entertained seeing all of these different players. And to be honest with you, I thought all players was trash if they wasn't in the on the roster already. But when you know what happened, the whack scene happened. We was getting all of these players from the G League and this and that, and I started paying attention to some of the players in the G League. There was players that I wanted us to sign that we never did, but they were good. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they still in the NBA right now, but case in point, I used to watch the G League from then and see that some of these players deserve minutes with the Brooklyn Nets. You know, the Long Island Nets was winning more than the Brooklyn Nets at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like they be playing good basketball, bro. Like you know what I mean? And then, like, for instance, I like Cam Thomas, and then, you know, Jock Vaughn, they like him. We sent him to the G League. Cam Thomas went and scored like 56 points the first game. They like, all right,
Right,
bring him back
cooking
up.
them niggas.
Like, all right, we need Cam Thomas back in the
so
Brooklyn Nets. Like,
Jay,
so I'm saying that to say you get to see the barometer of where this talent should play. Like, yeah, I don't think Clowney should have been part of the Brooklyn Nets in the beginning of the season when he first was a rookie. But because he was hooping in the G League with the Long Island Nets, when he got that stretch of games with these next to Claxton, they play really good basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like the G League and how it impacts you know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm saying. Like I like what they did. Scott Burrell is part of the coaching staff. He was the head coach of the Long Island Nets last season. You feel what I'm saying? They did a lot of good things in house. You know, they kept some of the same assistant coaches. They kept, you know what I mean? I think they kept quite a few. I would say like 3, 4. Steve Hatsu came over and he used to coach with Trent Waffit, but you know the Nets they are building a championship roster, and I do agree with a 2-year rebuild. But to be honest with you, everybody sees what Jordi Fernandez doing. Not only draft picks are looking like yo, I want to play for Jordi Fernandez, but free agents too. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, you know, bro, he's the identity is changing now. It's looking like we got the bench mob back. Is
What?
that fair to say? Y'all think we got the bench mob back?
Hell yeah, you don't see my boy Dayron was the leader of the bench mob low key. Like while he was injured, he was hyping the team up a lot of the times I saw.
Yeah, man. That's a fact, man. Word, but
What position Nimhard play?
point guard.
Yeah, point guard. Y'all like Nimhard?
Yeah.
I don't think
Nimhard
they're
is
going to
tough.
trade him. He's an important offensive piece to them right now. Like you said, his best asset, he plays defense. The Patriots have no defense right now. They actually need
What
to
if
get
he
some
want to
defensive
leave
pieces.
and he Canadian?
But didn't he
He
just
like
sign a
Jordy.
contract with them? But Jay, didn't he just sign a contract with them, Nimar?
So did Cam Johnson.
Yeah, but
Hold
why would they
on.
want Johnson?
Cam Johnson just
John.
signed a contract and y'all want to get rid of him?
Hold on,
they would want him for somebody
Claxton
else.
just signed the
They wouldn't
contract.
want
Y'all
for
wouldn't
Nick.
get rid of him?
But Jay, why would they give up a guy who's just a really a 3-point specialist with not a lot of defense versus a guy who's good on offense and defense? I don't think they'd make that deal with us. They try to give us other pieces on their team before Nimhard for Johnson.
No. But hold
if
on.
Nimhard want to
Listen.
leave?
Right. Again, that part you missing, John. And I'm trying to agree with Jay. And not to cut you off, but to see it from another way. Like they giving the McConnell those minutes, those minutes that should be going to Nimhard, probably from Nimhard's opinion. Like, nah, they giving it to him. And not to say
But
that
he was
McConnell don't
injured.
deserve it, huh?
Nimhart was injured though. That's why he wasn't playing though. It wasn't just like they just put McConnell over him.
No,
He
got
was
that.
injured
No.
tonight. So.
No. But role wise, where do you think he'll make a bigger impact on the team with the Nets or the Pacers? I mean, he did have success with the Pacers. So I can't ignore that. But I don't know, man. Jay, go ahead. Can you just speak to the connection between the Canadian connection? What
Yo,
you meant by that?
I meant that they both Canadian, and they not both Canadian, but he coached the Canadian team, right? And Nimhart was on that team,
Yeah,
correct? With Zach
yeah.
Edey and whoever. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they
Shay.
cool or whatever. They like each other.
Yeah.
So after the game, I saw and it's not like Jordi walked up to him. He walked up to Jordi, and Jordi
Mm-hmm.
grabbed him. They was talking. They looked real chummy. And then
Oh man.
Brandy was like, "Yo, look, he just said call me," and we was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. Yeah, no, respectfully. That's part of what I'm saying too. Like if he walking up to Jordy, why is he walking up to Jordy? You know what I mean? Like you're an opposing team, you know what I'm saying? But they know each other. Jordy Fernandez is well versed in this league. He's known, you know what I mean? He's a somebody. He didn't just pop up out of
What
nowhere
play is
like
this?
Andrew Nimhard.
Oh,
Get me Shea. You want to give me the real Canadian? Get me Shea, man. He was on the Olympic team too.
you're
Get him
not
over
getting
here,
Shea.
See,
Jordan.
look, this is what I'm saying. That's unrealistic at this
They
point,
don't
though. Like
see
right
y'all
now,
Nets
that's
fans. Some Nets
unrealistic.
fans don't
Right.
appreciate nothing. You
Bro,
get
I'm kidding,
Nimhard.
Priest. I'm kidding.
You get Nimhard looking like he interested. You say give me Shea. Like fuck Nimhard. Like what Nimhard do? He ain't did nothing.
First
Right.
off, I don't even know if Nimhard would come to his team. Like, here's my thing: is why would the Patriots give up that guy for Cam Johnson, who just gives you offense? Johnson ain't no all-around defender. At least Nimhard from right here is a decent defender.
Because
Like,
they got other defenders and they need a shooter. Because
they got no
obviously,
defense.
oh
Wait,
wait,
Jay, they
hold on,
got
time
no
out, time
defense.
out,
They're
time
allowing the
out, time
fourth
out, time
worst
out.
offense in the
Besides
league.
that,
Check the
bes-
stats, my guy.
besides that white boy that looked like he's 16 years old, they was missing a lot of shots out there. They couldn't find
And
a
by the
3-pointer.
way, real quick, Jay. And by the way, Cam Johnson been playing defense this year. Don't go off of the tape from
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
last year where he
Mm-hmm.
was
Right.
playing with his twin.
They
Let
not
him know.
tough.
Now
Let him
he out
know.
there playing. He playing on both sides of the ball
That's a
and give
fact.
you 30 balls. So let's not do that. Let's
Yeah,
not
But
go
let's
off
mandates
start
of
is
there.
offense, though,
oh,
Priest.
That's a
You
let's
don't
fact.
not
say
go
anything
off
in the
of old
season. It's
tape.
the
I mean,
offense.
but Priest, the whole thing that we saying is like, and you have been high on him. Like, what if this
Hang on
team
who?
does? What if this team does miss out on a Dylan Harper who can add to this
Oh no,
roster?
I don't want to do
Then
that.
if we miss
Oh
out
no.
on Dylan Harper when he play
Oh,
us,
that's what this conversation was
if
about? No,
if
man.
No, we
when he
nah. It
play us,
LF
wasn't.
just
We
threw
we
that
was
in there. I ain't know where LF. I ain't
nah.
know
But
he
what
was
we
gonna say
no
that.
the original conversation was because we was talking about there's some players, there's some people that want to make the play in or whatever, and there's some people that they want to go the tanking route. So my thing
Oh
was,
no.
if you can add
I know
players that
Jay
go
want
to
to
this
make the
roster,
playoffs. Jay go to all the games. So if you pay him money to go to the games, you're gonna want to see a good product. Me personally, I live in Atlanta right now, so yeah, I want the draft picks. Yeah,
Yeah, you're on the same
I,
page, Priest.
I
Yo,
just want to
my
see a Dylan Harper type prospect on this team alongside Cam Thomas. Like
yeah,
it will add
my
wings.
thing.
but see, the only
See,
problem with that
yeah,
with that as far as y'all going, the team is
Pre
sound
said,
like they
I live
putting
in
Cam
Atlanta. I
Thomas on
only
the
want the
table
one
too.
win when they come here.
You see what I'm saying? That's the issue with that logic. It sounds like Sean Marks is putting everybody on the table, including Cam Thomas. So if you want a Dylan Harper to play with Cam Thomas, that won't work if he trade everybody.
But
yeah, but
what's the
that's the
mark?
thing.
But what's the
But that's
market
what.
though, Priest, for
But
Thomas? He doesn't have a
hold
market
on.
right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is like on my page, Yeah, I'm not talking about how I care. I don't care about no markets. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those markets, I could care less about. Like I listen to it because it's a podcast, and you know what I mean. But I'm just waiting till the person is done so I could disagree with it. Cam Thomas is for sure, and behooves the Brooklyn Nets to sign him. It just
I don't
and
want to
it.
trade him. I don't want to trade Nick Claxton. I don't want to trade Day'Ron Sharp.
Claxton has to
I
go,
don't want to
please. Come
trade.
on,
Yo,
please. Come
John, chill.
on, man.
That's his list.
All right, all right.
I'm
Let Priest
50-50
have
on
his own
Clark.
list,
He
man.
likes a guy with no offense. I can't fault him for that.
Like a guy with no offense. Claxton does what he's asked to do. Whatever you ask him to do. You
Mm-hmm.
need players like that to win in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Four
What
new
about all those
starters in a
emotional
row.
objections? Is
Four
that
new
helping the team win?
starters
He's
in a
You
tough. We
had
rotation.
need
a
tough
joker
players
that
on this team. We don't
you
need
know what we
soft
don't do?
That's
little.
tough.
We
Yo,
don't
hold
tell the
on, hold
truth.
on. That Big Priest talk that
Let
shit because he four new starters was in the lineup and Clax was the only one in that starting lineup that didn't change, man. He been through mad stuff with the Brooklyn Nets, and y'all just be ready to put him on a
Come
trade
on.
block.
Breezy, how many deadlines was he a part of, Claxton? Don't you remember? Do I have to go back to the deadlines every time this guy's name was mentioned? They were actually willing to trade him to try to keep Kevin Durant before he jumped ship. It's not like we're just coming up with Claxton shouldn't be on his team. There's multiple reasons, not just his level of play, but the fact is his future ain't concrete on his team, even if he signed $100 million. And what was he done with $100 million? He waited till game 23 to have a breakout game against one of the worst teams in the league. That to me is just
who's
not like, oh, Claxton
who's
is a
one of the
core
worst
piece
teams
of
in the
our
We
league?
are
Well,
future.
one of the
Damn, the
worst teams in the
let
Pacers.
me
league.
finish. Let me finish my
Yeah, they
thoughts.
are one of the worst
Yeah,
teams.
go
Look at
ahead,
their
Big
Let me
Priest.
finish my
offensive
thoughts.
numbers that they're
Right, right,
allowing
right. Go ahead,
on
Big Priest.
defense.
The whole point is we act like Claxton hasn't went through 3, 4, 5 different coaching staffs, a bevy of injury issues, all these things. I saw Claxton's Georgia tape. He was doing everything from bringing the ball up the court to playing defense to shooting a jumper from the outside, shooting a midi. Claxton had a complete game, but if you don't use it and they don't and they asking you to get better at certain things, that he does everything that every single coach, including the trash coaches like Jock Vaughn and all them guys, ask him to do. And you come in here and you talk like he's just a trash player. No, Claxton is a building block for this team, just like Cam is. Their skill sets are different, but they are both building blocks, just like Noah Conley is, just like whatever other young
Jalen
guy
Wilson.
y'all like, Jalen Wilson. Exactly. These are all building blocks, and they all want to be in Brooklyn. And people take that for granted. When you go get a
Facts.
Giannis or you go get a Kevin Durant that can change their mind into dropping for dime. Claxton could have left.
Man, you don't think he wanted to? I
Man,
heard a
he's
lot of
preaching to
Memphis
y'all
rumors. He
right
was
now.
partying with John Moran in New York City. I was looking into all that,
If he
and he got
wanted
the
to, he
money.
would have, because
Man,
he could
John
have got
Morant want
20
to come
million for.
here, man.
Nah, I don't
It
know,
ain't the
man.
other
I
way
don't know
around.
about
John
that
Morant
yet.
want to be in Brooklyn, man. He want to
Yo,
be. He
hold
want to
on.
play some
You see what I'm
Chef
saying?
G and some G's.
Hold on. Y'all cooking. I'm just trying to orchestrate again, just trying to give a summary because the panel getting bigger and bigger. You got Big Priest out here cooking. Gary just joined the panel. So I'm gonna just throw this to Gary, and I want Dylan, I mean not Dylan. Yeah, Dylan, to answer the same question. I mean not Dylan, Big Priest to answer the same question.
Man,
Um
y'all ain't see they got a big John Morant mural next to the Barclays downtown. Big John Morant
Right. That's
advertisement.
that's 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 exactly where I'm going with it. John Morant, Fox, or Dylan Harper. If that could be your point guard going into next season, who is it? I'm asking Gary.
I mean, look, I love Dylan Harper. If you're saying we still don't know what Dylan Harper. I love Dylan Harper, but like the answer's got to be John Morant. Like John Morant's the best of that bunch. John Morant changes things immediately. Harper might I love Harper, and if they draft Harper, I'm happy with that. But day one, John Morant, your franchise has changed.
All right, that's solid. That's solid. Big Priest, how you feel? Fox, Morant, Dylan Harper. I mean, if you had to choose, who would you want to be a point guard next season?
If what?
You got Dylan Harper, Fox, or Morant. You could those. I mean,
Harper.
Okay, why you say it so fast? You didn't even think about it.
I
That was
already
supposed to be the
told you.
toughest question of the night, man. Is that easy to pick Harper over Fox and Morant?
It is for me.
All right, why you say that?
Yo.
Oh, he
Man,
just
man is
shit.
rolling up around.
Yeah, he ain't even answering. He just showing that, man. Like I
He
ain't got
just
no
said Harper,
soliloquy,
man.
man. And he said Harper. That's it.
Say no
That's
more.
it, man.
Say no more, my G.
Right, right. It's all good. Claude Smith said Harper too. We gonna ask Dylan. Dylan Harper, Fox, and Morant. You going into next season? You starting next season? Who your point guard?
It just depends on the route that you're going. I think Fox is the best player out of the bunch as of right now, just because I think Fox impacts winning more, stays healthier more, and is a little bit more clutch than Ja Morant. But if you're talking about long-term success and the player who has the potential to be better than all three of them, I think it's Dylan Harper without a doubt. I think Harper is the guy that is a multi-time All-Star, All-NBA caliber type of point guard. He's 6'6", so he's taller than all of them. He's a better playmaker than all of them. He's a better defender than all of them. To me, he has the potential to have the scoring of a guy like James Harden. So to me, it's no doubt in my mind it's Dylan Harper.
Oh, all right, shit. The panel just got bigger. Shout out to Dylan. Unpopular sports in the building.
Yo,
Sports,
yo.
just give us a quick commercial. Then we asking if you a Nets fan, because you know we the best fans. If you
Yeah.
got Harper, Dylan Harper out of Rutgers, Fox or Morant, you know what I mean? That's the question. But give us a commercial. We definitely want that commercial. Let them know where we can find you at, and then I'll ask the question after that.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, Breezy, man. Shout out to the panel, shout out to the chat. Always, this is the only net show, man, to tune in, man. So salute to you, man. You've been doing it for a minute, and definitely appreciate you, man. But you can find me at Unpopular Opinion Sports and at the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. That is a network that we have been building, and it is growing. Pause. And we have a lot of content creators on there, man. Leaf Diggy and myself was on the call tonight of the Brooklyn Nets game, and I'm gonna tell you what, I like what I seen. You know what I'm saying? I like
Okay.
what I seen against the Pacers. But what was your question? I want to answer your question real quick before I get into it.
Yeah. Fox, Ja Morant, or Dylan Harper, you start who you want to start your season if you had to choose, you know what I mean? Who would be your point guard to lead your team?
Fox, Dylan Harper, or John Morant. I mean, it will have to be Morant. I
Okay.
mean, if you just choosing between those three players, you know what I mean? It's got to be Morant, because Dylan Harper, to me, is, I mean, he's in college. You know what I'm saying? So you you can't really throw him in that kind of mix right there right now. So that kind of eliminates him, in my opinion. And then between Fox and Morant, I'm picking Morant. Basically.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how I break that down, man. But
Nah,
I want to
that's tough.
I want to say something real quick about the because I was listening to y'all's conversation, and what people got to understand is, and like I said, I was on the call tonight of the game. What people got to understand is there's something to be said about chemistry. When you're building chemistry with a team and you're building a culture like Jordi Fernandez is doing, you can't get rid of the players that are a part of that culture, because those players are looking like, yo, my man is out there balling and he just got traded. You know what I'm saying? Or you could look at it in a sense of, hey, you got X amount of players here, and if you get rid of 2 or 3 and you bring in new players, they might not fit that culture that you're trying to build. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it that
Yeah.
way too.
Yeah, and again, to your point about
And I'm ready to
chemistry,
answer fully, by the way.
what you said?
Because I just gave y'all a snippet.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Enough
okay.
said. Enough said.
But
All
yeah,
right, go
it's
ahead. Go
Dylan
ahead.
Harper. It's Dylan Harper for me. He's 6'6" to 6'7", 7-foot wingspan, plays defense, could orchestrate an offense. He's younger. He seems like he has a higher basketball IQ than Ja. Um, Ja is athletically better, but Dylan Harper's game will age better. So yes, if I'm taking a guy, I'm gonna take over Fox over Ja is gonna be Dylan Harper.
Even right now in college,
They
because
talk about
we
next
haven't
year.
seen him. Okay, I was just saying we haven't seen him at the pro level. So
No, I know that. I'm just talking about the
but nah, he
tools.
nice.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not
what you
knocking him.
go
I'm
off
not
of.
knocking him at
That's
all.
what I
Yeah.
mean. That's what even all the scouts go off of, the tools. I can't. I know he ain't played in the league, and if I'm taking a player, he fits that mold. I mean, if you put Cam, say you put Cam and Ja in the backcourt together, that's gonna be the worst defensive backcourt in the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, now if you're talking about fit for the Nets, that's a different story.
Yeah, no, fit for the Nets. If we only talking about the Nets,
we
you
was
know what I
talking about
mean?
for the Nets.
Who are those other guys? Who even are they?
Yeah,
Right.
it's just a better fit.
Now, if you're talking about
And I'm
fit
not
for
going to
the
say
Nets,
that he's going to come in the league and be a better player than De'Aaron Fox and John Morant. I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, when you're talking about fit for the Nets, I have to agree with you there, Priest, because the reason is when you looking at Cam Thomas's game, now you have to factor in
Can
all
you
the other
imagine
players
that
on the team.
defense with them two in the backcourt together, Ja and Cam?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like Cam and De'Aaron Fox either. I don't like that tandem either.
Both of them defensively gonna be.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, and again, you want somebody to
Joker's going to get rid of Nick Claxton. Man, you'll need a rim protector with them two in the backcourt together.
Yeah, and you know what it is for me too is somebody that's next to Cam Thomas that want to be a defensive playmaker. Like everybody not supposed to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that could play 94 feet. That's why I think him and Schroeder work. But yeah, man, I digress. We gonna get into the game though, because I didn't ask Sports or Gary about the game. I just asked him the question. We're gonna go back to Gary.
Real quick, Breezy,
what up?
before you do that, how long you gonna be live?
I don't know, probably for a little bit. Well, what's up?
Because I'm in and out. That's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah. I'll probably be here for I don't know. Probably it's still a half hour. Probably.
All right, cool. Go ahead. I'm about
Word. Yeah. No, I just wanted to hear what Gary thought about the game, specifically more of the bench. And what do you like Jordi Fernandez playing more of his players, more of the bench, not running a tight rotation, not running a 6-7 man rotation, being intentional running a 9-10 man rotation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they played 9 today, right? It was just the 4 guys off the bench: Wofford, Sharp, Simmons, and Shake. I think they played 9 today.
Yeah, that's solid correct. Though. That's a solid 9, of course.
I wanted to see Whitehead. Whitehead hit 6 threes yesterday. They were having trouble scoring. Let's go to the hot hand. I mean, I'm not killing. Jordy's obviously doing a great job. They won again. So I'm not killing him for it. Like, he obviously knows what he's doing. I would have personally liked to see Whitehead back out there today after what he did in the other game, hit 6 threes. But I like the rotation. I like what they're doing. It was good seeing Sharp. I thought Sharp played pretty well. He had like 6 rebounds in about 15 minutes of play, 7 points. He was a plus 22. I want to see more of Sharp.
But maybe that's what happened. Maybe you seen Sharp and you didn't see Derek Whitehead. Maybe that's what happened. You know, he on the first game back, he gave Dayron those minutes. You know, you let somebody like the Rick Whitehead rest after that. You know, he coming back off an injury. He know he healed, but you still gotta low manage him per se. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna see some more Whitehead. You think we're gonna start seeing him in regular minutes, or at least
yeah. I mean, I think Tyrese Martin. I thought it was very fitting to see Tyrese Martin in the starting lineup the next game, like after he hit those 8 3-pointers. Yeah. So I think I think Jordi Fernandez rewards good play. Again, man, I
Building
could.
chemistry.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the common thread is the defense, and staying connected. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I'm impressed with the coaching, and at the end of the day, this is what comforts me into whatever draft pick we get. Jordi Fernandez gonna know what to do with it. But yeah, what you seen out there tonight? Just me asking you that, from your perspective, what did your likes and dislikes?
You still asking me?
Yeah, yeah. Then we're gonna go to sports.
I love the way Jalen Wilson plays. He's so physical. I know he didn't have the best shooting night, but he always gives you defense. He always gives you hustle. He always gives you rebound. I thought the energy, especially down the stretch of the game, I thought the defense was really good. I thought they played with a lot of energy in a game where Schroeder can't hit Schroeder couldn't find anything. What did he have? About 4 points? I mean, Schroeder gave you nothing offensively, and still find a way to win. You won on defense and hustle. You got loose balls. You did everything you were supposed to do. Claxton played well. Sharp played well. I thought Ben did okay, right? With the way Ben Simmons played today. So, and I thought Jalen Wilson played well. So I thought the bigger, more physical guys won this game for us today. And I don't know what happened at Indiana is absolutely awful. I mean, they're terrible.
Yeah, it was fun watching them be that bad versus us, man. Sports. You
2021
you
Hawks.
agree with Gary? You agree with Gary? Sports. I mean, you did the play-by-play tonight. What you seen out there tonight, bro?
Nah, what Gary is saying is spot on. But I'll add to that. I like what I seen from Shake Milton. Shake Milton has quietly been a very good role player for the Nets this year, and thank the Knicks because Shake Milton was part of the Mikal Bridges trade. So on top of the picks, we get a guy, that's actually been playing pretty good for us, So shout out to Shake Milton. And look, the Nets won this game without their best player, Cam Thomas. And it just goes to show what kind of coach Jordi Fernandez is. You know what I mean?
Talk.
And think about this too. The Pacers went on a run, right? And Jordi Fernandez called the timeout. And then right after that, I think a few minutes later, the Nets went on a 10-0 run, you know what I'm saying, to basically close the game out. So they're learning how to close out games too. This is something I didn't see from last year's team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they would have leads in the fourth quarter and they would they would lose. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a pain I think all net fans dealt with, not just last season, but kind of the rhetoric on how we lose games. And I'm exhausted as a fan seeing us losing fourth quarters, like seriously. So again, not to bring him up because he's my favorite player, but Cam Thomas scoring all, you know what I mean? When he was healthy, he was leading the league in fourth quarter points. So that again, so now y'all can understand, you can overstand my perspective on why he my favorite player. Imagine as a net fan how many games I've seen us lose in the fourth quarter, sports. And then you get a player like Cam Thomas actually winning us games in the fourth quarter. I'm talking about game winners versus the Pelicans versus the Kings. He outscored the Kings by himself. Like in that fourth quarter, when Jordi Fernandez subbed them back in the game, he outscored the Kings in the last stretch minutes of the clutch minutes, like 6 minutes left in the game, bro.
Yeah, and that kid is built for this, man. You know what I'm saying? And I watched the documentary on Cam Thomas. That's out there on the Nets website, and
I was there, sports.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
yeah,
Man.
it was downtown Brooklyn. You know where the movie theater at, right? In downtown Brooklyn in the back.
Yup.
So it was like imagine there, but just you gotta walk down. You walk down to not towards the Brooklyn Bridge, but the other way, like in Cabo Hill. So I had to walk down there, and you know what I'm saying. When I got there, I was like, yo, this is the place for the Brooklyn Nets. He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I could come in. He was like, yeah. I just came in it. And I met Jordi Fernandez. I ain't gonna say we know each other, you know what I mean? Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they gonna invite Big Fan Breezy to no barbecue or nothing like that. But I seen him like he was leaving. He was with his family. I think he had his wife and children with him. And they was leaving out right after the premiere. I think he was trying to leave before everybody else left. And I just noticed him coming towards me. I'm like, yo, that's Jordi. Like, I was like, yo, Jordi. He was like, yo, what up? He didn't say that. But then I forgot exactly what he said. But he stopped like to acknowledge me. And I was like, yo, I'm Big Fan Breezy. He like head nodded me, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm saying he know me and nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but you making your way, man. Give yourself credit. You know what I'm saying? You making your way in the Nets community, man. And your hard work will pay off eventually. It's already paying off. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, nah, that's a fact.
So salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually an hour from where Cam Thomas Chesapeake. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I was not far. I was not far.
Yeah, not far at all from where Cam grew up, man. Out here in Hampton Roads, man. This is a basketball area. You know, a lot of people came out. I think Finney Smith from out here too. I'm thinking from Portsmouth. I'm saying,
Oh yeah. I think I seen that. Because he had one of those specials too. Where I watched his documentary too.
Yep. So shout out to them, man. But yeah, man, I'm just digging what I'm seeing from this team, man. And look, I know everybody want this top draft pick and gotta have one of the top 3 picks, man. When you have a coach and you have a culture, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It don't. You see what he's doing with lesser players right now. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand that, as long as we got a good coach and a good culture, we're gonna be all right.
So okay. So go ahead. I want to hear y'all go back and forth because I want to know the fans that don't matter. They don't care whether or not we get the top 3 draft pick. What's the ceiling for trusting Jordi Fernandez in that situation, or how do you see us rebuilding the team if not from the draft? And like, what's the perspective? I want to hear Gary. I didn't want to cut Gary off. What were you going to say, Gary?
I wanted to ask him. He said he was from out there, Chesapeake area. I was out there a couple weeks ago in Norfolk.
I was
out there for the Keyshawn Davis fight a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Not far from me either. Norfolk is actually close. It's like 30 minutes.
Norfolk's not far. Like Norfolk's right near Chesapeake, right? Like they're saying, yeah.
But I'm out here in Newport.
So
that's across the bridge, man. But
I don't know how y'all are gonna respond to this, but like I'm okay if the Nets can't get a top 5 pick this year, which it's
say it to Dylan. I want to hear how Dylan feel about this.
Dylan, cover your ears.
I want him to respond to this. Hold on. Again, I like certain things. I'm kind of learning the pain. Like, so I want to hear you say that to Dylan. Then I want to hear Ice kind of like break the ice, like see how he feel about, you know what I mean, after that. So yeah, go ahead, Gary. I want to hear this.
If the Nets don't get a top 5 pick, which it looked like they might not. I mean, it just doesn't look like they're going to lay down. Cam's talking about trying to make the play. I mean, it just doesn't feel like a team that's going to start losing games left and right. And it felt to me like they were going to put Cam on the shelf for a while to try to lose games. But listening to Cam talk today, it seems like he's going to be back sooner rather than later. Like I thought they're going to put him down like 2 months. Like they were going to keep just for precautionary reasons, keep him on the shelf. But it looks like he wants to get right back out there. And he's only going to miss a couple of weeks. They keep winning games. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to be a bottom dwelling team. They're going to be around where they were last year.
Nah, that's not our identity. That's not our identity, man. The Brooklyn Nets is gritty, tough, fun to watch. Will to win, a will to win. But next press, Dylan, talk to us, man. How you feel about what Gary said, man? About us not, because Gary. Dylan seemed upset earlier, but go ahead, Dylan. Speak. Let us know, man. How you feel about
I mean, just based off of what you said about us being a gritty team that always wants to win. I mean, realistically, none of that matters because we don't have a single championship in franchise history. So until we win one, all that shit is useless. But I'm just being real. You know what I mean? Like I'm just being real because you could talk about all this cool culture bullshit and vibes, but it doesn't result in wins. So until it does, I don't care about it. But um, I
We
mean,
ain't never had it. You making it seem like it's something we had. I'm
18,
saying Jordi
19, we had culture
Fernandez.
vibes and dancing benches. During the
Mm.
during the early stages of J Kid and or J
This
and
this
Kenyon,
this
I
hold
was
on.
in
So hold on.
vibes and cool shit.
This feel like every other team we ever had. This don't
Yes,
this.
yes. This feels like a mediocre
I
team that's
don't
not going to
know.
do anything in life. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like.
All right, well, go ahead, go ahead. How you feel about what Gary said and us not being in the lottery, or in the lottery but not a top three pick? I mean, if it's a generational draft, what's so bad about getting the lottery pick but just not a top three?
It's called generational because the top three guys are generational, and then you have your other guys who have star potential. But even then, you have a clear three who are going to be great in this league, bearing any injuries. That's just a fact. Um, so yeah, if you don't land a top four pick, then you're talking about either trading away assets for a star or signing a guy like Brandon Ingram or having to tank again next year. And to me, it's not worth it. It's not hard for an organization to lose just one season, and it shouldn't be so hard for fans to grasp that losing 1 year when you have literally never won a championship, you haven't made it to an Eastern Conference Finals in over 20 years, there should be no excuse for fans to be like, "Oh, this is going to be horrible. I don't want to do it." Because realistically, what have we witnessed over the past 20 years? Literal nothing. So to me, what does one bad season do if you have an opportunity to draft one of these big names? That to me is more important for long-term success rather than a play-in
Can I
tournament loss.
Hold
can I
on,
push?
hold on. Yeah, definitely sports. We're gonna go to you right after I read this comment. Orange Spiegel said Clay at 11, Dirk at 9, Mono at 52, 52nd pick, Draymond Green at 32, Paul George at 11. You could find talent anywhere in the draft, proved by Jared McCain most recently.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
the
ahead,
Jared
sports.
McCain comp is nothing. Just because this draft class sucks so badly that guy is actually looking like a decent role player. Realistically,
Uh,
though, like
did they win
realistically,
tonight? Did Philly win tonight?
no, they ended up losing, so they're screwing up our tank even more because Joel Embiid has fucking
They trying to get
kicking
that
bones
pick,
for knees.
man.
Yeah, man. But check it
Go
out
ahead,
though.
sports.
And shout out to the comment. But look, you could talk all that tank shit all you want to, but in reality is, when you tank and you do that shit on purpose, shit like that backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? The 76ers were famous for tanking. They ain't want a fucking thing.
They got
You know what I'm
rewarded.
saying? They ain't
They got
want
rewarded
shit.
with the picks, though.
They ain't want shit. They get what they do with the picks. And what
But
they
at the
do with the
same time,
picks.
not a single draft class
So hold up, hold
that they
up.
were
That's
in that
tough.
they were
Hold on,
top
let him
five
finish.
in.
Let him finish. Let him
Hold
finish.
up,
You got
hold
the
up.
like. You got the floor, sports.
I'm not
Go
done
ahead,
yet.
sports. Go
I'm
ahead,
not done
sports.
yet.
Cook, sports.
And the fact is that, when you start getting rid of players and trading all these players away, and then you go and get a Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey, what are you bringing that player into? What are you bringing that player into? What kind
To
of culture
develop
you
them
bringing
into a
that
star.
player? What kind of culture you bringing that player into? You know what I'm saying? What kind of team are you bringing that player into? You know what I'm saying? So you want these players, and look, the Nets always do this. The Nets always do this. They always sell off their team, and then they wish they had the team that they had before. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go with history, you know what I mean? And then to take it a step further, you can tank and still not even get the goddamn pick you want.
True.
And now
So,
you asked
So
out
I
double
so
whammy.
wait,
so
Breeze,
hold
can
on,
you
hold on, hold
respond
on,
to
hold
this
on,
though?
hold on. Let me say. I gotta say this. And we gotta go to ice so he could break the ice. Because this shit is gonna be a back and forth. Hold on. Two things. Morale and chemistry doesn't show up in a box score, but it's one of the most important parts to continuity and just overall togetherness and wanting to win with this guy. Like, it's one thing to want to win with a player. It's another thing where you just going to work. And You don't get that in the box score, bro. So you gotta appreciate that.
Breezy. You know that, bro. We played the game, Breezy. You know that. That's why chemistry matters. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can do no look passes and alley oops and shit because you know where players are gonna be before they get there. This is basketball.
So hold on. Let's get to it because again, let's go to Iceman. Let's go to. I don't want to be. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, can I respond though? Because I wanted to say something.
Yeah, we gotta go because I want Iceman to break the ice because I don't want y'all to go back and forth.
I just asked for 2 full minutes of silence because I'm gonna give a history lesson and I'm gonna tell why this is important. All I need is 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
All right, if we're gonna talk about history, let's look at every single season in Brooklyn. That's history, correct? We have not had a top 5 pick, and the franchise has done absolutely nothing. We're talking about chemistry and morale, but realistically, this team is just 2018-19 redone. And they're going to make the same mistake if they overachieve this season by trading or signing stars. That's 1. 2, we're talking about having 3% higher chances in the comments and shit, but realistically, look at the draft. We've proven that it's rigged. Wemby to the Spurs was rigged. LeBron to the Cavs was rigged. We all know this. So you're telling me, with Brooklyn being one of the highest markets in basketball, one of the most valuable teams in basketball, that if we have a top 5 pick, or at least odds of a top 5 pick, you're telling me that pick likely isn't boosted to 3 or 2 to get the Jersey guy and bring him to Brooklyn? Like, realistically, all of these things play in our favor because we have the highest market team out of all the bottom 5 teams in basketball. Portland, not a higher market than us. Charlotte, not a higher market than us. Detroit, not a higher market than us. Utah, not a higher market than us. Washington, not a higher market than us. So realistically, if you are a bottom 6 team in terms of odds, I can almost guarantee you that Brooklyn's more likely to be in the top 4 than if they're winning 29 plus games and having the 9th best odds. So again, at the end of the day,
if it's rigged, you're gonna get the pick anyway.
No,
like, come on, bro. Because
realistically,
that argument is soft.
No, because Atlanta did it.
Hold on, we gotta go to. That's what I'm saying. Let Iceman break the ice. Yo, Ice, how you feel about this, man? We undecided right now, man.
Yo, it's true on both sides, right? It's true on both sides. But if the team is just too good to fall to get a top 3, then that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I want Ace on this team, no doubt about it. Ace, my guy in the draft. I want him in Brooklyn. But if we do not get him, I'm fine with it because that means there's other things that we need on this team other than Ace, right? That means you got other positions you need to fill, and you can fill those positions throughout the draft. Like, you know what I mean? And to Dylan's point, you could go get somebody else, or you can just lose again next year. Like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean it's a fail. It doesn't mean mean that you fail. It just means that you're trying to build something, right? And however you decide to build it is however they decide to build it. It's all about building. You know what I mean? Right. It's not about one player and that's it, because around the one player you're gonna have to build, and you need other pieces. You know what I mean?
Ice. Hold on, Dylan. Let me say this real quick, Dylan.
If you have the opportunity to land in the top 5, that already a rebuild. Fans can't even take one season of potentially trying to tank. You think they're going to make it to next season without throwing a connection?
Hold on. Let me say this. When I look at the examples of who basically tank and who it worked for, in recent history, and I like the 76ers example because it didn't work. They got a bunch of top lottery picks, and it just didn't work.
When you're done, let me get in.
Of course. Shout out to Gary. Subscribe to Nothing But Nets as well. And my page too. Also, remember that, or look at Orlando, their example. And I'm just saying these are templates for how to do it right or how to do it wrong, right? Perceive it as you will. Look at OKC and look how long it took them. Basically, when Shea got to the team. When Shea got to the team in that Paul George trade, I felt like that's when the rebuild started. So these are examples on how long a rebuild should take for you to get back into contention. Soon as Shea gets to the team, he wasn't expected to do what he did last season. But there are expectations, especially when there are contract extensions. That being said, we had an advantage, and we still have it's like in our control. Like it's we got the control of the whip. We didn't lose handle of the whip. We still got a sturdy grip. on the whip.
Pause.
So that's a pause. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that to say that it could go either direction this early in the season. You know what I mean? So
Realistically, though, the last 2 times the Nets had a top 3 pick outside of last year, it became Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Boston won a championship. So until that's proven wrong to me, every year that we do not get a top 5 pick and it goes somewhere else potentially, or other teams that aren't as deserving of it get it, I'm just saying, we've made these mistakes for 12 years now. When are we going to finally just settle down, take one season to grab a top 5 pick, and literally build it through that way? Because the difference between us and OKC is we have 7 players under the age of 26 who are a part of this core. OKC had SGA. So realistically, they had to build through the draft, and they got Chet and Jalen Williams, which was perfect for them.
I don't think they had a coach. They wasn't building from the coach like us. And I don't want to be long winded because I know Gary said he wanted to say something too. They like Jordi is changing the identity, and that's what I'm trying to say to the fans is that Jordi, the head coach, is the biggest voice now, not a player, but the head coach, and I think that's the difference in the Brooklyn Nets and why our identity is better now. You know what I mean? Opposed to, getting DeAndre Jordan. Like, how do you get 2 players to take part of their contract to sign DeAndre Jordan? And that's part of the reason why we ain't pay Jared Allen. Nah, I want the head coach to be the biggest voice. But again, I don't want to be long winded. Go ahead, Gary. What were you gonna say?
No, I just want to
top 5 pick. It's always in the top 5.
Let me just give it a little brief history, right? So John said, Dylan said that the lottery is rigged. I agree with him that it is, right? Like so if it's rigged, the Nets are still going to get a top 5 pick, right?
Not if they're outside of the top 6.
All right, so I wanted
partially rigged.
When Shaq was the next great thing, when he was the future face of the NBA, after his first year, they missed the playoff game on a tiebreaker. They were the first team out of the playoffs. They got the number 2 pick in the draft, so they could match another superstar with Shaq, and they got Penny Hardaway. They were 41-41. They were the last team. They were the last team in the lottery, the first team out of the playoffs, and they still got. David Stern at that time said, all right, you're number 2 pick. We'll get you Penny Hardaway. All right, so if they want to rig the lottery, they're going to rig the lottery. Then the Nets will still get a top 5 pick. But what I wanted to say was tanking. I can give you so many number 1 picks. Greg Oden, John Wall. Even when you get it right, Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis went to New Orleans. What did New Orleans do? They never got out of the first round of the playoffs, right? Philly tanked for Ben Simmons. How did that work out? The Knicks tanked for Zion, got the 3rd pick, and got R.J. Barrett. How did that work out? Like I already said, Greg Oden and John Wall. And John Wall wasn't even a bad pick. It was a fine pick. It didn't have the impact everyone was hoping for. So, like tanking and losing every day, even if you get the pick right, like in the case of John Wall, in the case of Zion and AD, it didn't make the teams good. It didn't take the losing.
But none of those teams had our market. That's why.
But
Brooklyn has the market and the cap space to build upon your drafted generational talent. And the difference is we're comparing draft classes to a generational draft class. The Zion draft class was not considered the best draft class since 2003. Same for Ben Simmons. Same for Greg Oden. Like realistically, the only draft that you can compare this to is 2003 right now because that's the comparison that's being given. And in 2003. The top 4 picks, which was LeBron, Melo, Wade, Bosh, all ended up being Hall of Famers. So it's like, if you're getting that type of comparison to it, wouldn't you want the best chances of obtaining a top 4 pick so you can guarantee yourself to get one of those guys? I'd rather be wrong and draft a bust than to have no opportunity at it and all 4 of those guys become all-stars. Because realistically, we've never seen the Nets have a top 3 pick since Derek Favors, and he didn't even last a season. He got traded for D-Will.
So let me ask you this.
Hold on. I ain't got the heart to ask. Yo, my nephew in spirit can't ask Jordi to lose, bro. He too much of a.
I'm gonna ask you this.
He's changed the identity, man. Like I want the draft pick too, but I can't ask Jordi to lose. I could never look at him and ask him to do that.
I can't. Yeah.
Is it about winning here in Brooklyn, or is it about obtaining stars? Because that's what you sound like. You want to just get the star.
The problem is that for Sean Marks, it's about obtaining stars. Look at what he did with 18.
Well, I don't care what Sean Marks was. We can get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? But
I think that we need to build our own stars.
What's the best for this team? Is it
Building your own
stars or is it building a winning culture?
Building your own stars. Culture comes with good players. You can have culture with decent players, but the difference is that you can win a couple regular
and you
season
can have
games.
Bad culture with stars. You know,
we've seen that, but we have the good coach, is what I'm saying. And with a good coach, with a great pick, that allows you to accelerate a rebuild. Realistically, you got the 2 draft picks because you were trying to make this a 2-year rebuild. That's already failing. So,
but hold on. If
the coach is good, then you can take a mid-tier pick and turn that player to a star because you have good coaches.
Yo, but hold on.
Why not?
Really good guys.
But this is what I'm saying. Y'all putting the emphasis on a player. I'm not. I'm telling you that Jordi, I trust Jordi Fernandez. Look, again, y'all know. Hold on. And again, listen, I want y'all to know, before Jordi Fernandez came to this team, I was going across the internet on YouTube debating how relevant a coach is to a championship team. And I was saying it's like 40 to 45%. And I stand on that. And the Brooklyn Nets are the evidence right now. Like, yeah, we're not going to be out of 23 games, 20-3, right? But we 10-13. You got to know some of that is coaching, bro. You gotta know that.
Coaching, but when it comes to it, this team makes the play-in this year. They're not winning a game. They're not making it out of the play-in. It doesn't matter.
If we
did, they're not winning. No.
Okay, so what's
the?
What I'm saying is morale. Like, you can't ask these guys.
Championships.
We're not winning. We're not competing for a championship this season. So what
morale does win championships. Chemistry does win.
All right. So realistically, if you have the same exact team for the next 3 years,
realistically, it does.
Realistically, if you have this exact team for the next 3 years, you don't add a player, you don't get rid of a player. You have this team for the 3 full years. You're telling me this team wins a playoff game?
I'm not saying that this is the same team in 3 years. I never said that.
Pistons, you know what I'm saying, could beat the Lakers, who had all them Hall of Famers back in the day. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Because it's not all about. Yeah, I know that's gonna go over your head.
He said 10-13 is bad enough.
but again,
how much you want us to lose? Like, seriously,
right
like,
now we should be at 6 wins.
Chemistry does
6 wins.
Right now we should be at 6 wins. Yes.
Oh man,
you
trying to bottom out and then
hold on.
That's when it backfire. When you bottom out and don't try, that's when shit backfire on you.
No,
yeah, man.
You end up with the 8th pick. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an embarrassment to the league. That's how they gonna do you.
That's what you get it messed up, right?
Hold on, Ice, break the ice. All right, go ahead, Ice.
Yeah, when you look at the roster, it looks like 6 wins.
It looks terrible.
Right, but when they play the game, you're not getting 6 wins. You know what I mean? Like you're
because of morale. Because of morale. Because 4 wins is morale, man. That means you're not gonna beat us. We're gonna compete. Like, why you think that not to add to what I saying? Why you think Dennis Schroeder is saying like, yo, we not sweet? Y'all think y'all just gonna come and beat us? Like, no, we not laying down for y'all. We not laying down for no draft pick. We not laying.
Guys do that. Let Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, and Cam Thomas win games. I don't want Cam Johnson, Schroeder, and DFS winning us games. They have no reason to be on this team. Sean Marks is a greedy fuck who doesn't know how to trade people when they're at their highest value. That's the problem.
Schroeder trying to get his big contract. Schroeder trying to. But Schroeder, I don't want to give him a big contract. No. But what I'm saying is, with Schroeder staying healthy during the way he's playing, he's building up his trade value.
Yeah, that's if Sean Marks actually figures out that he has a nutsack and actually does it. The problem is he waits too long. Watch, I can almost guarantee you one of those 3 veterans are going to deal with an injury that pushes them past the deadline and they can't be traded. Watch. I'll bet on it right now. Because every single time Marks does this, a player's value decreases because he doesn't have any form of urgency. He did it with Joe Harris. Joe Harris could have been traded after the 2021 series and could have probably gotten some decent value for him. Instead, he was buddy-buddy with him and didn't want to trade him. And what did we do? We had to attach second-round picks to ship him to fucking Detroit. So, again, he doesn't sell at his highest value, and that's Marks' problem.
I think it's different with Schroeder because I think Schroeder wants the biggest contract he gonna probably get out of his NBA career, and the way he's playing with the Brooklyn Nets, he's gonna take a contending team because a contending team is definitely got eyes on Schroeder. Now I'm saying that to
Schroeder's
say
been
the
proving, though,
Brooklyn.
that he
Oh
wants to play
right,
for a team where he starts. He's said that in the
no,
past, which is why he's fine being in Brooklyn.
but I'm just saying that to say this is going to be his biggest payday. I think he follows the money. That's just my opinion.
Not a lot of teams
Now,
have that, though. We have the most cap space, so realistically, he's going to want to come back and get as much money as possible. Do we really want to pay Dennis Schroeder over $18 million for the next 3-4 years?
no, I didn't say that. No,
No, I'm
I'm
just
not
saying that.
saying that.
No, I'm
No.
not saying that you're saying it, but I'm just saying the fans who are out here that are saying, like, oh, wait longer to trade them, or oh no, I want to keep this guy, because there's tons of Nets fans out there saying they want to keep Schroeder and Cam Johnson.
And you know
Like,
what's
you're
funny?
delusional.
And you know what's
Yeah,
funny
I ain't
about what
gonna
you're
lie,
saying?
man. Cam Johnson been hooping, man. I was
real quick.
That,
real quick. You know what's funny about what you're saying? You can trade these players and get back what you're gonna get back, and they could still win games because
But at
Jordi
that point, you
Fernandez
have
is
the
a
extra
good
assets.
fucking
I'm fine
coach.
with that. At that point, you have the extra assets, though. I'm fine with that. If you want to do that,
and you
and suck it
still
up this
might
year-
not get this pick in this generation
No,
draft.
but what I'm saying though is at that point, then the cards are settled. The team's overachieving. They're doing their thing. Go for stars. At that point, do it. Because if you can get more draft capital, though, if you're able to get more draft capital,
So now we just gonna go the trade route. Like that's worked for us.
Yeah, well, guess what? Clearly, drafting doesn't work because we can't even figure out a way to get a top 5 pick because we've either traded them all away.
To do it that way because we keep trading people away to build this shit.
Can you tell me right now? You don't think Sean Marks getting the 2 first-round picks back for 3 of the Suns picks wasn't him trying to get a top 5 pick?
I'm gonna tell you one thing about Sean Marks. And I don't like Sean Marks. I'm not gonna defend him. Exactly. But I will say this. I trust him. Hold on. Listen to me. I will say this. I trust his drafting more than I do his trading.
I 100% agree with that in a sense, but I also don't because Jeff Peterson, who's currently the Charlotte Hornets GM, is the one that drafted Cam Thomas. Sean Marks didn't want him. So do we really trust Marks fully, or do we trust the draft room that he's built around him, which half of them are gone?
Yo, but Jordi Fernandez is going to have a lot of say in the matter, and I don't. No, I don't. And to answer your question, no, I don't.
Giving up picks and stuff like that.
Listen,
I don't trust that.
Jordi Fernandez I think Jordi Fernandez don't get a lot of credit, and he's going to earn the credit. I don't expect him to get it. I think he's going to earn it.
He's an incredible coach. He's going to be an amazing coach for years to come. Nobody's doubting that. Everybody's happy about it. We're all thrilled about it. There's no denying that.
No. I'm saying we don't have to trust Sean Marks. Like Jordi Fernandez is going to have a say in the matter about all of these things that we may have missed because of Jeff Peterson. I think Jordi Fernandez helps out in that same area. You know what I'm saying?
Sean's going to get GM of the year. Dude, crack is whack. Just say no to drugs, bro. Just say no.
Sean Marks GM of the year. Oh shit. Damn, Oren bold with this comment. Yeah. Sean just turned the declining role plate into 6 picks.
That's because the Knicks wanted him and overpaid.
He made one trade.
Come on.
Look at we're not.
He traded Kyrie for shit. He traded Harden for shit. He traded Joe Harris and Patty Mills for shit. Like he hasn't done anything. He's had 2 good trades.
Hold on, Jordi. Claude Smith said Jordi don't get a lot of credit. Laughing my ass off now on this show. That's not fair, bro. I got Jordi Fernandez on the thumb. I got Jordi Fernandez on the thumbnail. How could you even say that?
You don't give Jordi credit. What the
hold on. Redify said this ain't easy to build a contender. That's a fact. And again, I'm more focused on the coach, building a culture, building the identity of this team because players come and go. And I don't think coaches and players should be on that same wave. Like just because a player might be there 4 years, don't mean you should let the coach be there for 4 years. Really try to find somebody you can invest in and let them lead this team. Like not to say it like that, but if you watch football, Tomlinson, he been the Steelers coach like forever. You know what I'm saying? Right. I like to see that. I like to see a coach because they set the tone. They give you the identity of what the team is supposed to be. And I'm not saying I'm not saying Jordi Fernandez is Tomlinson. But I am saying is I see some of the same qualities about setting the tone and identity.
But I will say, though, as a Steelers fan, the NFL draft is literally the furthest thing in comparison to an NBA draft. There are 2 rounds in the NBA draft. There are 7 in the NFL. Your first 3 rounds is like your first round in the NBA, realistically. So the NFL, you can afford to be the 30th pick in the first round because you're still getting a guy who's going to immediately start for you, most likely. So there's a big difference between the NFL draft and the NBA draft. In the NBA, especially in a class that's being compared to 03, landing that top 5 pick is the most important thing out there. And like I said before, Marks didn't go and get these 2 first-round picks back thinking, let's make the play-in tournament. In no logical world does he do that. Because realistically, you get the picks back thinking that you're going to rebuild for a year or 2 because you need to get past the KD Kyrie era. You had all these little role players in between since then. They were supposed to be a playoff team last year. They were horrible. Like, there's just no reason to continue mediocrity. It doesn't work. The worst place to be in sports is in the middle without your picks. And that's what we were back in 2018. The difference is now is we have the same kind of construction as the 2018. We have a great coach. We have a solid team that's overperforming. But the difference is we have the choice to pick our own future because we have our picks. So that's something that we've never had. And realistically, every pick that we've had that's landed in the top 5 has become a star. Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. 2 of those picks were out. Or actually, all 3 of those picks were ours. So at the end of the day, we've seen what our picks have done for other franchises. Why do we not want to give ourselves the best chance to do that?
I think
14%. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, but 14%. If you were the worst team in the league, you're guaranteed a top 5 pick.
I'm trolling you, man. Go ahead, Gary.
The Nets are. I never thought the Nets are going to be the worst team in the league because Washington's in the league.
Facts.
So, can the Nets rebuild through free agency? Can the Nets in Brooklyn attract? Not this year, but in the future, can the Nets rebuild through free agency, being in a big market?
The problem
free
is,
agents say, "I want to go to Brooklyn," or do they say, "I want to go to Oklahoma City"? I want to go to Salt Lake City.
I mean, if you're smart, everybody's choosing OKC if you have an opportunity to. They're like a role player and a star away from really owning the league for the next 5 years.
Did Zion say, "I want to go to Oklahoma City," or did he say, "I want to go to New York"?
Yeah, but Zion's also a fat fuck who's just trying to make money.
Nah, see.
You understand my point, though. Players want to play. They don't want to play in Salt Lake City. They don't want to play in Oklahoma City. Have you ever been to Oklahoma City?
That's true.
I have not, but realistically, OKC's had more success in the last 10 years than we have.
They have a great organization, and they have to build through the draft because no free agent is going to jump to go to Oklahoma City.
Right.
The Nets can sign the free agent. They can get the superstar here. They've done it before. They can do it again. So if the Nets don't finish with a top 5 pick, it just changes your math a little bit. It's like, okay, we'll take our middle picks. We'll take 10 or 11 or whatever we get, and then next summer we'll sign the free agent. We'll sign the superstar. Or we can trade for Giannis, or we can trade for Zion, right? And when you look at Zion, or even if you take Greek Freak, if he's got 4 years left of being Greek Freak, of being a superstar, all NBA caliber player, you have 4 years to build a winner. That's
but why lessen the window? Why lessen the window when you have like realistically right now we own the second most draft capital in basketball. Say you do land a top 5 pick this year to pair next to Cam Thomas, right there you have a star duo that is under the age of 25. That right there gives you at least a 5-year window based on contracts. Right?
I don't disagree with you, right? And ideally, in a perfect world, we can't.
And then you're dependent on that rookie too to hit that ceiling right away. You know?
No, it's not about hitting it right away. Like realistically, if you drafted an Ace Bailey or a Dylan Harper, they're gonna be the second option on a team that's young. Like there's no doubt about that. Noah Clowney's not going to be better than Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey. Jalen Wilson's not going to be better than Noah Clowney or than Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. Like, if you draft Dylan Harper, he's a guy that's going to give you 18, 5, and 5 potentially a night in his rookie year. So it's like,
that's great. Listen. Nobody's knocking that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, either one, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have him on the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, my thing is though, to sell your team out. To do that is very dangerous. That's
integrity. Hold on. I think that the basketball gods want the players and coaches to have integrity. You cannot play this game without integrity. And
The
to
players
Dylan's
want the
point,
players to have integrity.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and again, Dylan makes a great point, but when you mentioned Tatum and Brown, also mention the fact that it took them what 6-7 years before they got a championship together. But they were competitive before they got a championship. They went to the finals. Conference finals. A bunch of stuff happened. I said that to say, yeah, I do think there is karma, and you do have to be careful. And I do change my tone, and I'm on the fence, and I tell y'all that I'm like kind of undecided. But if y'all made me answer, yeah, I trust Jordi Fernandez, bro. But he the captain of the ship. But based on what I've seen, I don't think that, and I don't think that if we don't get a top 3 pick, the pick is going to be trash. I think that the pick is going to be still good. I still think that we're going to get a talent with our pick if it's not a top 3. So that's my thing. I still think that we're going to get talent, a talented player, even if it's not a top 3 pick. That's how I feel. And I don't know how right I am about it because I don't watch college basketball. Let me just put that out there. Disclaimer: I don't watch college basketball, but I do feel that it's going to be more talent than just the top 3, and I get that from the 2021 draft with Cam Thomas being 27th and Davon being 29th, and you see all of the different players that's good in the 2021 draft. You could name more than 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a generational draft. I'm just saying it was a good draft.
Ask Dylan who's after 4. Ask him the names that's after 4 in the draft.
This year's draft?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for asking. You have Trey Johnson, Nolan Traore, Kaman Maluch. Who else we got in here?
But that's like 7, 8 right there. So that's I heard about all of them, right?
You have Boogie Flan. That's probably going to be 10 through 15. You have Ben Saraf. You have Liam McNeely. You have Derek Queen.
Liam McNeely. Who that? Who is that?
Liam McNeely is the UConn forward who's one of the best 3-point shooters in college basketball.
Yeah,
small forward or power forward? Yeah, power forward.
Small forward.
Okay.
Klay Thompson Jr. comparison.
Who?
Klay Thompson. They say
no doubt about that. But Klay Thompson was never a solidified all-star. He was just the third option. He was the second option on a great.
Hold on. Let me say this because I don't want to forget to say this. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I do want Ace Bailey on the team because of the Vince Carter impact, the effect of Vince Carter, and how the fans respond to somebody dunking like that. Somebody just that love the game, feed into the crowd, and yeah, I want an impact player like that. So, if you wasn't a Nets fan before Vince Carter, you probably was when they got Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying?
I was born in 01, so I grew up with the kid Vince RJ era. That was my thing.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
that was a good year. 01.
That was yeah. I was fucking drinking formula and couldn't remember a goddamn thing. But
yeah. Yeah.
So I turn 23 next week. So yeah, I mean, I'm young as shit. But that's what I'm saying though. Like that's why I'm saying in my lifetime, I have not seen a top 5 pick that has stayed on this team. The only one that we've had is Derek Favors. We turned it into D'Lo, which was the right decision. It was an all-star point guard. He dealt with injuries. It didn't work out. But my point is that I've seen 5 top 5 picks of ours turn to other teams. It has been Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Reed Shepherd. So apologies, 4. 3 of those guys are solidified all-stars. 2 of them are solidified Hall of Famers. 2 of them are champions. So my point is, it's like, why do we continue to go down the same path of when we need to win, we can't, when we need to lose, we can't, and we continue this pattern where we accelerate rebuilds or we accelerate winning to blow up teams? Like, it never works out for us. So why not get the guys through the draft, build it the right way, which we have never done. The last
So
time
hold
we
on.
did it,
If we were a playing team, we don't get a lottery pick. Like, how are we out of the lottery by being
no, it's
41
not
and
that we don't get a
41?
lottery pick. It's realistically, if we are not in the top 6 in terms of odds to get a top 6 pick, we're likely not going to be even close to a top 4 pick. Because I think if you land 6, you have a chance to jump up to 3. I do believe that, and that's where I'm okay with it. But like again, and realistically, if you land pick 5 or 6, we have the package to potentially move up to 3. I don't doubt that again. But like, you have to give yourselves the opportunity to land one of those guys. You have to. There's just no reason around it. We've seen what happens with picks of ours that are top 5. They have all turned out great. Why do we not want the opportunity at that? Because now you're giving Cam Thomas the keys next to
what's your
a
solution?
star.
I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is your solution to get to the top and to the top 5 or top 6 or whatever? What do you think they should be doing right now?
I think that they should have moved off of 2 of the veterans before the season began. Realistically,
so who?
DFS
and
DFS and CJ, yeah, because they were 2 guys that were rumored to be potentially traded on draft night. Same thing for Royce O'Neal and DFS the year prior. But the problem is that we continue hearing all these rumors, and Sean Marks is too greedy because he wants a certain value for a player, and he never does it the right way. Realistically, we could have sold on these guys low because we already have the second most draft capital in basketball. There's no need to go out there looking for 2 first-round picks for DFS and 4 first-round picks for CJ. Like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's like, why not just sell them low? Let the young guys try and win games. Because if Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, and Nick Claxton are the ones winning games, all right, I understand. Like, that's good because that's building them up to be real players in this league. But when you have Dennis Schroeder putting up 10-plus points in the 4th quarter after shooting 1 of 8 to start the game, or Cam Johnson putting up 25-plus every night, that's a problem because you're taking away the opportunities for these young guys to try and form winning habits. We're only winning because of a great coach and because of very good role players who know that they have no opportunity on this team for at least more than 6 months, because realistically, all 3 of them should be gone.
Hold on. I want to say this to Close Smith. He said sell 4 or 5 draft picks to get Harper. Yo, I'm with you. All of those picks in 2029 and 2028 and all of that stuff like that, I would package some of all of that into a team that I don't know to who, and I don't have the specifics. I can't get technical with what I would do, but yeah, I would package some of them later picks and try to move up in the draft this year. I would, bro.
But Breeze, real quickly though, again, because this class is considered 03. That's the comparison for this class. 03, the top 4 picks did not trade back. So no team in this draft is going to trade back unless if it's a pick or 2 back. And you'd have to give up like 3 or 4 additional first just to move up 2 spots. So if you're going to do that, you have to get pick 5 or 6, at least. You know what I mean? No team's going to trade. Like, say that we have pick 11, 19, 23, and 28. They're not taking 3 of those picks plus 3 future picks for us to move into the top 3. Nobody's doing that. I can promise.
Hang on. How did we get Richard Jefferson? Do you remember how we got Richard Jefferson?
I don't. I was 4.
Okay, fair enough. We had exactly. I think you might have even been 1 at that time. You might have just been born.
I was going to say he was drafted in what, 02? The year before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was 1.
They drafted Eddie Griffin from Seton Hall high in the draft. Then they traded him for 3 picks that were like 17, 21, and 24. 17 was Richard Jefferson, who ended up being the best player in the lot. So there are teams that will value the bulk of the picks. A bad team, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Nets were bad at that time. That they had just gotten Kidd. Kidd's first year was RJ's rookie year.
Yeah.
So they just wanted a bunch of young players, and one of them happened to pop, and it was Richard Jefferson, who ended up being way better than Eddie Griffin. So if you
but you're comparing a draft class, you're comparing a player like RJ, who you can, I guess, compare to at the same value of like a Klay Thompson. I would say like a Klay Thompson, like right, because realistically, Thompson was picked at 11. You're saying RJ was picked at what, 17? You said
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So like realistically, again, a non-generational draft class we're comparing to a generational draft class. You know what I mean? Like nobody's moving outside of the top 4 unless if your pick like say you want Igor Demen at 4 and you have pick 5 or 6. you're going to have to give up pick 5, probably a pick again in that year's draft, plus 2 future firsts just to move up 1 spot. Say you want to move up 2 spots, you're going to have to give up 2 picks in that year's draft, plus like 3 or 4 potentially first-round picks to move up 2 spots.
What did the Hawks give up? What did the Mavs give up to go to get Luka? They
moved the pick back. They gave up Trae Young to get the pick.
Mm-hmm. They swapped or some shit like that.
I think they did Trae Young and then a first-round pick swap to move back 1 spot.
Like Luka was supposed to go to Atlanta, and Trae Young was supposed to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out for both franchises, to be honest with you.
Real quick, Breeze, and then I gotta jump off, man. Pause.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to close out.
But what you was talking about with Richard Jefferson, Richard Jefferson was a key part in the Nets getting to back-to-back finals appearances. So you got to understand that, again, the draft is for you to build a team, not for you to get some I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? We're just going about it different ways. You know what I'm saying? We're all coming to the same conclusion.
Right. It's different the how. I mean? We talking about the how.
Yeah. You know what I'm
my
saying?
problem is knowing Sean Marks, he's going to accelerate that if we don't get what we need. Because he's a guy that goes after stars.
Just real quick, you know, that player that Gary talked about, Richard Jefferson, was a key player in that, you know what I'm saying, in that Nets run. So, you know, it doesn't matter when you pick the player, it's the impact that the player has on your team. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen, as examples have been made, we've seen some of these superstar players not make the impact on their team just based off of whatever have you, circumstances, injuries, whatever. Yeah. So again, it's different ways to do it, but when you start trading away players and doing things, you send a message to your team that, look, this is what we're doing, and that can stunt the development of your team. I'm on Popular Opinion Sports, man. I gotta run, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna drop that.
Yeah, yo, shout out to sports, shout out to Dylan, shout out to all of the content creators on the page, shout out to Ice, shout out to Gary, shout out to Nets fans, we the best fans, shout out to This Is JTV, shout out to Big Priest, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the chat. Yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a night too, cause this is a 2-hour stream, you know what I'm saying? Almost three. Please hit the like button, subscribe. You know, y'all don't gotta be shy out them super chats neither, know what I mean? Because we giving y'all super content, know what I mean? But I appreciate all of the support. And I know the Nets don't play on Thursday, but I still might do a stream. I try not to make it a late night stream. I try to do it more in the evening, maybe like 8, 9, 10.
Come on with me tomorrow at 1:00. You free?
I think I got work, but I could try. I could definitely try. I'll be working. You know, it's December, man. I'll be working hard.
I was gonna say, if you push that back to like 5 or 6, I got you.
Maybe I'll do 2.
But send me the link. I'm gonna definitely try to pull up.
I'll send you up all the link if you can jump on. Great. If not, I get it.
Yeah, no.
I'll be in
because I work from home.
You can make it,
so
if I don't have any meetings during that time, because I'm working from home, so realistically I could jump on, but if I have meetings, then I won't be able to.
All right, I'll send it to you. Let me know. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Sounds good.
All right, so Dylan and Ice, just give us a quick commercial before we dip. Y'all already know, but Gary, you never told him the name of your show.
It's Nothing But Nets. It's nothing with an apostrophe. Nothing But Nets. Find me on YouTube. Breezy's on sometimes. Dylan's on sometimes. We just all chop it up.
Word. Dylan, let's get that commercial real fast.
Yeah, if you guys want the only consistent Nets page on Instagram that gives you the quickest, most reliable news, feel free to follow me at Nets Press. And if you want to subscribe to us on YouTube for our podcast, it's at BK Network Podcast. Also on Twitter at BK Network Pod.
I appreciate that. Ice, you know we need that. You know what I mean? Ice, make it nice. Pause. Let's get a quick commercial, you know what I mean?
All right. You know where to find me, Iceman the Don on Twitter. And you can follow the podcast, the Tip Off of Brooklyn Nets podcast on YouTube. You heard?
Breeze, that's your mark.
Right. Yo. and cut. You know what I mean?
And Breezy. And Breeze. Breeze, blink twice if you're all right. Oh shit, he joined twice.
Iceman, when are you gonna come on Nothing But Nets? When are you gonna jump on with me?
Oh man, you know what? I don't know. I could probably do something tomorrow too. You know what I mean?
All right.
It depends on the time, but yeah.
All right. I'll send out the link. You guys can join me. Y'all can join me.
All right.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you now, Breezy.
And action. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Word. All right, yo, man. Y'all know y'all can find me on Big Fan Breezy. I'm on Twitter, same handle. I'm probably do a stream soon. And again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Nets fans is the best fan. The fan base is growing. I'm telling you, if Sports Center do a 30 for 30, we gonna be on it. They just saw the fan base growing. I love the 30 for 30s. If we could, I want that one day for us. But that's just me being a Nets fan, my Net fan dreams. But yeah, man, shout out to all the Nets fans. We the best fans. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back for more content really soon. Peace.